Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ghouls, goblins, we are back. It's man, screw the intro. I'm just happy to be back here, man. I just want to say before I get into all the business stuff, I do want to give flowers to Miles and Lonnie. They held it down in this last month. I've been, taking care of some things here with my health and also work was crazy. But with all that being said, welcome to Open Dojo episode 10, the number one anime podcast. You already know what it is. It's me, Santo. Lonnie's here. Miles is here. Just great people to be around with. If you haven't yet, hit our link tree, join our Discord. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, the usual thing. Man, I'm just excited to be home, man. I'm really just excited to be here. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. Happy that you back. Means I have to put in less work. So so
Oh,
I'm doing good.
by the way, turn up your microphone because we need to hear you. We need to hear you when you say that you're happy that I'm back. But I'm still gonna put you to work. I ain't carrying this load. No, hell no. No, you still gonna work. What's up, Miles? What's up?
It's fucking hot. It was 91 degrees today. Listen, man, Santo, you was you're on the skinnier side than you are the fat. Lonnie is a twig. I'm a big boy. Lonnie, no offense. I'm lagging, but no offense, Lonnie. But I'm a big boy. I'm not built for 91 degrees. My mom been on my back. She been getting on my nerves. Fucking work. They treating us like slaves. It's 91 degrees, no AC.
Oof.
Other than that, I'm good, man. Lazarus is cooking. Nobody else is watching it, but I think us three. So I get to know how good it is, and nobody else knows. State of play was crazy. You said what?
I said it's crazy to say because like you would think like the creator of Cowboy Bebop and the director of John Wick team up. You would think everyone would be tuned in. Everybody would be tuned in.
It's not so low level in, man.
Mm. It's because you know what? It's because just because it doesn't have all the little light flashes and hit sparks and all that. It people don't want to talk about. But my goodness, the fight choreography in this thing is insane.
It's just a really grounded, good anime. I think we haven't really had something like that in a really, really long time. It just feels really grounded. The soundtrack is amazing.
Fire.
Amazing.
It's just
Fight choreos, OD. I even like the story. I like the twisted turns we're getting. I like how we're learning more about the characters in each episode. It's like it's giving me like an accelerated To Be Hero vibes as far as like each episode is kind of like expounded on who our cast is. But we're not here to talk about Lazarus, man. Go ahead and lead the show, Santa. What are we talking about?
No, I mean we can talk about it because I was gonna say one of the little things that I do love about Lazarus. By the way, if you guys haven't, you guys need to go tap into Lazarus because it's actually really, really good. I love the fact that every time they do the opening, it's somebody else talking and talking about how they got addicted to the drug, like just little things like that. And if you want a description of what Lazarus looks like, it's like Cowboy Bebop meets Daft Punk, just just early 2000s animation with ridiculous fight choreography. Like it's insane. Like when they got the silent assassin, like the ghost assassin.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
I was like he's OD. He's OD. But what's up, Lonnie? What were you
I
gonna
was gonna
say?
say though, I think like the vibe is just perfect. Like it feels like a cow. It feels like a cow. Like you're. It feels like how I felt like when I was watching Cowboy Bebop. Like in terms of the pace, the story, like premise is crazy. Like there's this like drug that's like it's basically like a Tylenol or like an ibuprofen type thing, but it heals everything for everybody. Everyone's hooked on it, and then the doctor's like, "Oh yeah, all y'all gonna die in 30 days." Nigga, what? Like, like everybody that took it, basically most of the whole world, yeah, you're all gonna die. So yeah, like the premise itself, when I heard about it years ago, that just sounded crazy.
No,
And
and it's
they're doing a really good job. Like there's some episodes that are like it's kind of slow and stuff like that, but like at the same time, I'm just smoking, vibing, chilling. It's just like It's just a
It's a
good
good
watch.
watch. Yeah, Jinx. It's a good watch.
Just a good vibe. Like, and it's crazy. Like you said, the premise that it's this drug, and it's lethal if they don't find this guy that invented it in 90 days. You're cooked. But what's crazy about it, like you only have to try it once, and it's lethal. Like one of the guys were in the beginning of the episode was talking. He's like, it didn't even work for me.
Yeah.
I'm still cooked. I'm like, bro, that's tough. But yeah, if you guys haven't, go ahead and tap in because that's one of the animes this season that's highly slept on. But yeah, so I'm back a little bit. We'll go into One Piece after like this. You guys saw the title of this episode is called Ranking the One Piece Arcs. We are gonna talk about it because I saw the hot takes and our boy Kai said something about Wano, and we are definitely Miles. We're definitely going to talk about it.
You see, Kai be losing me because the nigga like Shido and Mihawk, everything else he be cooking. Me and him be locked in. Other than the Shido and Mihawk shit.
Didn't he have Arlong Park though as like a top 5 arc?
He said exactly. He said Arlong Park.
He said Arlong Park was in there. That's why I was just like,
oh, I didn't see that shit.
You know what? And you know what? Say his name. Say his name. He appears. Look at who's here in the chat. I'll be ready.
Wano shit, we locked. Wano's so overrated, bro.
Arlong Park top 5 to me. You gotta explain that.
But before we do get in to One Piece, I do want to talk about because we do have a big gaming community in BSS, and State of Play happened, and I have to say, since E3 has been done away with, gaming shows have showcases have been, to me personally, a little lackluster.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of games have fallen flat. The trailers haven't really been. This State of Play was insane. I think this State of Play had a little bit of everything for everybody. You have your little cute games like that little golf game that it looks pretty cool. It looks very interactive. Then you have the Ghost of Yotei. You had Neo 3.
Surprising. I didn't think they were going to make a third one. Surprising.
I 100% agree with that. Like that was unexpected. I thought we would have gotten like a Bloodborne game before that, but nah. But one of the games that they showcase heavily was 007 First Light. To me, and I said it in the Discord, and people kind of watch me side-eyed. It's pretty. I am not moved. 007 looks like Tom Holland.
So?
Nah. I'm good. I'm so good.
You sad, Santo.
I'm being completely honest.
Is it just the appearance that's throwing you? Like you're not able to get past it?
Not that I won't get past it. I mean, first of all, that game isn't really for me personally. It's not my style of game. It was a lot of it was just a cinematic trailer, which, by the way, the graphics look insane. But we're kind of used to it now with the new generation games and stuff. But I'm not really that interested in 007. Like and then I expected something a little more something a little more suave, something a little that reminds me a lot more of the movies and whatnot. This kind of missed the mark for me. I'm sorry. Babyface 007, I'm not for it.
I mean, I'm just hyped. So here's my thing, right? A lot of people didn't get myself probably included. I played it after its heyday, but GoldenEye was such a pivotal game in like the game space.
Oh yeah.
You think about all of the old guys, all they talk about the original FPS was GoldenEye. It's the best multiplayer experience. The music. This is this generation's opportunity Now, granted, I don't think it's going to live up to that type of expectation, but it's our turn to kind of get that kind of golden eye, that kind of. This is our relationship with 007 we're going to be able to forge. So that's what I'm more excited about than anything. But other than that, Santo, I'm with you. I'm not really a 007 hitman. I don't like those. It's just not my shit. But I am happy it's going to come out because I think it's going to create an opportunity to see how much of these retro games can be reimagined and brought to the time now, and give people an opportunity to experience something similar.
But if it does come out something like gives you a nostalgic feeling like a golden eye, sure, I'm here for it. Because
Mhm.
I mean, I remember being a kid, like, hey, bring your controller, you know, we're gonna link up at 5 after school and we're gonna play GoldenEye multiplayer. Like that was it. But this is giving like Uncharted, type a type game.
I'm cool with that though.
It's not
I know,
my my
yeah. I
so
got you.
now something that I really was excited about, and I mean I'll save for me the best for last, but Final Fantasy Tactics is is coming. And this is just me. And your face is giving me a little bit of a hesitant vibe to it. I love the HD upgrades that they have. I love the fact that now there's voiceover because I think that is going to be moving forward. And I do think after Clear Expedition, this it might be a litmus test for Square Enix to actually dive into turn-based RPGs again. So I'm very hopeful on this. I'm actually excited about this. You seem like you are not. I'll
I'm
take that
cool.
once
I'm
is a no.
cool. I'm cool with tactics, man. Like it's not what I wanted, but I'll take it. I'll take what y'all giving me. I'm looking for Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm looking for a Final Fantasy 17 turn based. I was looking for tactics had its time, man. I don't need that shit again, bro. It
Really?
was and tactics was good, but I don't need that shit again.
I think it's. I really do think that they're really using because okay, so we're gonna talk about Claire as well. Like the impact Claire has had in the gaming community for turn-based RPGs. There's multiple articles, interviews of Square Enix saying that hey, we just think that the future is action-based RPGs. That we think that the time of turn-based RPGs is over. Claire Expedition literally removed all notion of that. Like, no, people are like really craving this style of game if done correctly.
If
So,
done correctly.
so this might be a going back to roots for Square Enix. I think it does set a little bit of a stage for upcoming projects to go back to what made people fall in love with Square.
Where I'm with you, I think for the companies like Square, things like that is fine. But I don't want turn-based RPGs to enter what I would say the Souls-like genre has entered, where I'm
Okay.
just fucking getting spammed. I'm so good. So like in the state of play, I think it's called Sea of the Remnant or Sword of the Remnant.
Yes,
Sea of the Remnant. It's
yes.
Sea of the Remnant. The gameplay, because they didn't show much of it, but it was brief. Um, it's gonna be turn-based like Claire, but them animations weren't fucking. It looked like some shit. Now the
Hmm.
world, the character models gave that very old school. It looked like Coraline. It almost had like
Yeah.
Coraline like animation. But I'm not trying to get spammed with it just because y'all saw Claire do it good. I'm just not on that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
When it comes to because I just finished Claire, fuck Simon. Uh, no. When it comes to turn-based games, like there's always gonna be the classics like Final Fantasy VII. To me, Dragon's Age Inquisition is probably one of my top 5 favorite games personally. It's not the best, has a lot of flaws, but I just love Dragon's Age Inquisition and then Claire Obscura. I think a lot of companies do get turn-based wrong, And I don't want this to become the norm. I would rather Claire be the exception to the rule than to be the new trend, personally.
I I see what y'all are saying, but I I'm on the opposite side. I do want Claire to be the norm. I w- I fell in love with Final Fantasy on 7, on 8, on 10. Like I'm I don't want it to be action RPGs at all times. I love the turn-based RPG. Claire is it's like it's such a breath of fresh air going back into something that I loved. Like that's why in in just conversation about gaming, that's why me and Random get like really into it when we talk about Dynasty Warriors Origin. Like Origins feels like Neo to me, and I don't want that. I want to go back to the game that I fell in love with. And this Claire game is phenomenal. Story, music, turn-based action, quick time, everything. Everything that puts Square on the map, literally that's what Claire did. And actually did it in some cases better.
Well,
I would love for that to be the norm.
if it
Yeah,
becomes the norm,
go
Sam,
ahead. Go
like,
ahead, Lonnie.
are we saying like you want Activision to create a turn-based game and then like
No,
Blizzard
that's not
and
true.
stuff like? There's like if it becomes the norm or it becomes what everyone wants, some of these companies they don't know how to make these turn-based games, and it's gonna ruin the overall experience. I would say.
I s- I s- I don't want Activision. I don't want, but Square needs to go back to that
Square, okay. I mean,
because they know how to do it.
Square specifically, I agree because they're bad at making action RPGs anyway.
Thank you. Thank
Now I'll say the 7 remake, Rebirth, all of those were okay. I didn't like 16. And then 15 was horrible. Respectfully,
Mhm.
story was cool, world was cool, all of that was fine. Gameplay was horrible. One of the worst
Yeah.
games I ever played in my life.
I,
So my thing is the benefit that Claire had is that they had a lot of predecessors to take things from because they didn't only go like from Final Fantasy. They took a lot of stuff from like the SMT verse, Persona, all of those games. What I'm looking for now is how is the next big turn-based RPG going to innovate? Because I'm not going to be moved by any of the stuff that Claire's already done anymore. You're going to have to come with something new, and that's what's kind of sparking my curiosity. But I'm with you, Santo. Square needs to go back to what they've been doing, not this action shit because they're horrible at it.
gotcha. And just to round up what I was very interested in on Silent Hill F, like finally a scary looking game, not something just creepy, whatnot. Like Japanese horror, like I'm here for it. At any point, I am here. And the biggest the biggest eye opening announcement, Arc
Let's get to the
System
real
Works
shit.
Arc System Works gets Marvel.
I don't give a
Like,
fuck what nobody says. Arc System Works is the best fighting game company in the world. Now, I'm not
listen,
saying that because I'm a guilty gear glazer, but why are they getting all of the IPs and nobody else is getting them? They've gotten Dragon Ball Z and now Marvel. Let's be for real, bro. They got it. And it's going to be good. The game's going to be good.
I'm excited. I'm really excited.
I am so
So that's the
here.
one thing I did see.
I am literally so here for it. Like from 19, I mean, let's just put it into context. From 1998 to 2024, Marvel has been with one company. Literally, Capcom has been Marvel. When this thing was announced, I lost my shit. Like this is literally changing fighting game community. Like people have no idea what's going on. Is Marvel 4 dead? Is Arc System Works beating them to the punch? Like we saw the trailer and the character models look fantastic. The
The
stages look fantastic.
animations.
Everything. And you know how sometimes when games are showed in like early development, they have a little stutter, a little jank or whatnot. This game was smooth. Everything about it was amazing. Like this is going to change the FGC. Like cap like Evo is gonna be like Arc System Works because still Guilty Gear is gonna be there. Fighters is still gonna be there. And now they're adding Fighting Souls. But that is insane. Like this is
Arc
literally
System.
changing
Not
everything.
to mention, they still do Melty Blood.
Mhm.
They
Um,
still do Melty Blood. They still do Blaze Blue. They
Under
still
Night,
do they
it
not Under Night, but what's the other one? Grand Blues made by Arxis.
DNF
It's like
Duel.
PNF Duels made by Arxis. They're running the fucking gauntlet.
Yeah. Like I think like people have been saying like why haven't we gotten a Guilty Gear update? Why haven't we gotten a new fighters game or whatnot? If this is the reason why, oh, they're putting every fighting game company on notice. Like to the point where Marvel said, you know what? Capcom, you screwed up Infinite so bad. We're going to try something else. And Arc System Works, I give it to you guys because you guys have been putting out heat after heat after heat. And another thing, if Guilty Gear got an anime, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a Marvel Heroes anime out of this because those character models are straight Japanese.
Yeah, they are.
Santo, I have a question, or in Miles. If that game and Injustice 3 comes out at the same time, what do you think's gonna happen in terms of
Injustice 3 is taking a backseat 100%.
And Justice is doomed because it's made by NRS, and NRS games aren't received well. Like
Mm-mm.
if Mortal Kombat is it moving like units like it used to? Injustice game is definitely not. NRS games in general have been like on a decline as of late.
In the competitive field, NRS games have not been moving. NRS has
And
one thing going for them in their fighting games: their stories are great. Other than
yeah,
that, it doesn't have the competitive community to keep it afloat.
and the reason why it doesn't have that competitive community too is because it's so graphic and brutal. And a lot of the Asian countries where a lot of the competition exists, the game is banned. So like there's very to little overseas representation for NRS games specifically. Only them. Only them.
okay?
Yeah. Well, let's do this. I mean, we've been going for 20 minutes. Let's
Hey,
can
Renell.
can one of y'all drop that link in the chat for the guys? Riddell's over there eating food. What's up, bro? All right, the silent type. Got it.
All right.
But yeah, man, that is I can't even tell you guys like how big that was. Like I was watching it and I instantly went to couple fighting game players that I follow and all of them were just speechless. Like it's a level of excitement but also a level of like like is Marvel dead? Like is the Marvel versus Capcom series just officially gone? And also
I think
I
outside
oh,
of
go ahead.
good. I was gonna say I think outside of Maximilian Dude trying to remake the game, like I think it's dead in the water. I think he made it a passion project. He's hiring people out of his own pocket.
Mhm.
They've done a lot of great work.
Yes.
But I think Capcom's time, at least with Marvel, I think it's ran its course, man.
And I have to say, I think so too because I mean they announced the game. We saw 8 characters. Every character looks fantastic, and it also has that Arc Systems look to it, very Guilty Gear like look. But one thing that I really like sat down and like read and looked at it, the way that they announce a 4v4 is that you can either have one character with 3 assists or 4 characters. So that literally covers everybody because the casual player is probably asking, how am I going to learn 4 characters to play them at a skill where I can be either competitive or just have fun with friends or whatnot? They took that away and just said like, hey, you don't have to play 4 against 4. You could just have one character and 3 assists. Like that is just some. That's just a company knowing what to do and how to innovate. Arc System Works has it, man. They've been just doing great.
Yeah, it's the reason why Fighters was a long-lasting game. Fighters came out 10 years ago, and it's like
Facts.
still in Evo. It's still running in tournaments. Guilty Gear has now been out for 6 years or something like that. And then their old classic games get more play than like a Third Strike or anything like that. Blaze Blue, all of the old school Guilty Gears are heavy in the rotation. They just always have been the best. It took a while for like I'd say the world to kind of catch up to them. Because they make anime style fighting games. They made a Fate fighting game. A lot of people didn't know about. Melty Blood is an anime that they made. They made Skullgirls.
Where's
Pretty
the
much,
fighting game at?
huh?
Where's the Fate fighting game at? Is that like?
I think it came out in 2012.
What I'm saying, like, is that on all the consoles or is it like?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can get it on Xbox right now.
Hit that Google, Lonnie. I'm not doing the work for you.
Yeah, there's a Fate fighting game made by ArcSys. So I'm happy they're getting their flowers, and I'm happy they're being trusted with these bigger IPs. And I think other companies can learn from this. Now, it may not be an overnight thing, but if you guys are consistent and you make good products, you're going to be allowed to be responsible over greater projects and make a lot of fucking money. Because when this Marvel shit drops, just because it's fucking Marvel, you don't even have to like a fighting game. People are going to buy this game.
Yeah.
They're going to make a boatload of money.
Mm-hmm. And what's the best part about it? I mean, like Miles says, once you're dedicated and you put out good stuff, they didn't go to Marvel. Marvel came to them. Like PlayStation Studios came to them, be like, "Hey, we've seen what you guys have done. Would you guys be interested in working on a project?" And we thought of you guys. Like, that's huge. But that's enough gamer talk. Let's get into some anime. And like I said, so by the way, the what is it? The 3-month journey has come to an end. I am officially caught up with over 1,000 episodes of the anime.
He's a manga reader now, boys and girls.
I've started on the manga. I've just started today actually. I'm like 6 chapters ahead of the anime. But yeah, I came out, that episode with Quagmire when he comes out with like his strong arm. Like that's been me. Pause. But yeah, I've been like it's been One Piece on my TV, on my computer monitor at work. It's just been that for 3 months straight. Like it's been insane. But I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I really have. We'll get into ranking the arcs later on, but I've loved the story. I mean, I'm glad I'm not in the moist critical, situation where I said it was trash and now I'm saying it's good. I just never watched it. So, but yeah, it's been fantastic. Jinbei is still my favorite character. I still don't rock with Sanji. I'm so annoyed. Zoro is still aura farming, probably to this day in the manga. I haven't even caught up to it, but I can just imagine him standing somewhere lifting weights and just trying to look cool and shit. But yeah.
He thinks Wano's good, guys. Throw tomatoes at him. Throw all your tomatoes at him.
I think Wano's fantastic.
Sad man, bro.
I mean, we'll get into it. Wano's fantastic. Gabe, what's going on, brother?
What's good with you, man? How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, man. Health and work, bro. Health and work. Kent salute. You're also up here. Yes, we understand.
Hello.
We understand that Yu Yu Hakusho is top 5. Sure.
It's not.
What's going on, brother?
All day, every day. You know it, man. Just doing good. How's everybody doing?
Life is good, bro. Life is good. And I got one more. The man, the myth, the legend, Kai is here as well. How's it going, fam?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready to hate today.
Mihawk's #1 Glazer has arrived.
Jesus Christ.
Hating as usual.
Oh, the Seraphim Mihawk is better. But yeah.
Cook.
Um,
Oh my God, Cook.
Gabe, where are you at on One Piece, by the way?
I'm almost done with Punk Hazard.
Just get through. Just push through, bro.
It's tough, bruh.
By the way,
Time skip is up for 2 right now. No cap.
You don't like it?
Not really.
really interesting.
No.
We gonna have a difference in opinion today. I will say though, after watching Egghead, I miss the Wano art style. Or even before that, I miss the older art style.
Santo's on the wrong side of history. Well, okay. Pre time skip art style?
Yo.
That Wano shit not better than that Egghead shit though.
You know what it was?
Oh!
You really want to know what it was? And I'll say this. It was Gear 5 Luffy.
Okay.
It turned it into a Looney Tune character. It was overly cartoony for me. I mean, it's still fantastic. Like the animations is top tier. But just like the art style is like there's no harsh black lines, outlines. It's the colors are very vivid and fluid. It's very colorful. But the level of contrast that the older art style had, it's really not there anymore. And I kind of miss it. Not saying that it's terrible, not saying that it's bad because it's not. But I miss it. I really do. Am I off for saying that?
I understand what you're saying, Santo. I felt the same way when once the shift and the art style changed over, especially when you first seen Blackbeard chase down Law. I was kind of like, what is this? But then it's just something. I think it's just what your eye is, what catches your eye. But I feel the same. I share the same sentiment. I should say.
Yeah,
You see, I'm not sad, bro. I'm you you like it?
Oh yeah, I love it. I think the series got a facelift. I think it's amazing. Now, I think they spam. I feel cheap gimmicks to get the TikTok brains, like the impact frames. I'm tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's overused. And then they drag some of the explosions and stuff like that. But as far as like, I think in movement, it's way better than it was before. Like the fight I think of immediately is like Garp versus Aokiji. Some of the frames of them like swinging their arms and how fluid the movement looks. The series got a major facelift. Like I get what you're saying from like a design standpoint, but I think overall for the show, this animation style is far superior. Far superior.
I mean, if we're talking strictly animation, I agree. Art style, I mean, but like I said, art is subjective. Like you can like who you like. Wait, hold up.
Oh, look at this aura farmer. We got an aura farmer here.
Hold on.
This nigga. He don't even got nothing on his chin. What's wrong with him?
No, hold on.
What's wrong with him?
You know what? Nah, I'm not even gonna.
Oh!
Big J Rob.
Yo, chat was good.
Yes,
Thirsty. Yes, Thirsty. What's good? My BSS family.
That nigga shiny.
With the cleanest lineup.
Yeah.
How y'all boys doing, man?
Good, man.
Good, man. It's good to see y'all boys, man. I love y'all, man.
Is this
Good to
nigga
be here.
Ooh,
Nah.
I got a good little light behind me, y'all. Little lighting. That's all.
Nah, man.
I'm trying to radiate. So what I miss, boys? What I miss? What I miss?
Oh, we're here just talking One Piece. I've got caught up with that. So in the beginning of the year, we had like this whole thing where Random was gonna watch Naruto, and he finally finished, which is amazing. And I'm caught up with One Piece. I started from episode 1 all the way to 1,000. It took me 3 months of straight nothing else. It's like I was literally 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, just watching, just straight watching Naruto, and I'm here,
Yeah.
and I have to say the journey's been worth it. It's great.
Go Peace, man.
Jay, good shot, boy.
I mean,
On to the game.
One Piece been cooking though. I mean, with these last few episodes, man. I mean, golly, they've been snapping, going crazy, bro, going absolutely nuts.
And so since we are talking about One Piece, I will say, now that I can actually be involved in these conversations, know exactly what I'm talking about. I think my favorite aspect of One Piece has been the fact that they make you care about side characters so much, make them so important. I don't think another anime has done it on this level. Attack on Titan did a great job at that as well. Um, Also, Full Metal Alchemist, they do that, but to this degree with so many characters consistently, One Piece has done something that the anime world has not done yet, and it's hard to even think that somebody's gonna replicate it. Like I care,
Yeah, I could agree with that.
I still think about Bon Clay to this day.
Yeah,
Like that isn't
That's
like
I think
he's a dog.
honestly, son, my
would
bad.
no, the only question I was gonna ask is depending on how you look at, I guess, the severity of how much you care, and how you determine like who is the side character and everything else. Would you not consider that Fairy Tail also did a very good job of that?
But not to the scale that One Piece is
I want
on.
to say to the same skill, like Fairy Tail.
But go ahead, go. No, my bad. Go ahead, Lonnie.
Oh no, real quick. I was just gonna say like even like the characters that you shouldn't care about. Like I shouldn't give a damn about no Senior Frank Pink or whatever, the nigga that fought Frankie.
Oh,
But like that nigga's backstory with his wife and the dog and the child and all that other shit. Like, yo, that's super messed up. I don't want.
Yeah.
I wish like nothing but the best for that nigga because that nigga's doing the best he can. But it's like Fairy Tail. Yeah, they got you a care. They got you to care about like the main people that are going on in the story, but like not like but One Piece also makes you care about like the little side characters on top of that, the ones that really won't mean much past a few chapters. Like you still think about them from time to time. Like Fairy Tail, I don't think could do that to that degree.
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
no. All I was literally gonna say was like, I don't think that's a bad take in terms of just like longevity and things like that. And I do think the side characters in Fairy Tail are actually scaled out, almost comparable how they do a One Piece. And I think people really do care about them. So I just don't think. I mean, look at the popularity or like the better writing, better story. It's not to the same scale, but I don't think that was a bad comparison at all. Actually, it was pretty good. And honestly, it kind of caught me by surprise that when we pulled it, I was like, like it was like yeah, I agree.
I'm in the same boat as J Rob. I think it kind of depends on how you view the side characters. But I feel like that's the separator between a great series and a bad one. Most of these great series do highlight their side characters and make you care about them. Naruto niggas, for example, even though those are handled badly, people greatly care about those side characters. They love Rock Lee, they love Neji, they love all
a Rock Lee tattoo, brother.
Even though you don't see them do shit, for a majority of the second half of the series, he made us care about them. You know what I mean? So One Piece may do it a little better, but I think a lot of series do it though.
I want to say, Santo, too, you mentioned about the side characters too. I was like, I thought it was just because you brought it up just so recently. I mean, these latest episodes with Kuma, I mean, they've been if you love a side character, and the cool thing about this stuff with Kuma, and you seeing him taking on all that pain and suffering and taking about a week to recover. Y'all remember Zoro did that same thing, bro. the correlation, the parallel of it is
Man,
kind
he
of
got
fire.
dog
So
walk.
you got
I
Real
love it.
demon.
Yeah, so I was
By a
like,
real demon.
yeah,
Yeah.
like,
But hey, by
I
a
think it's dope.
real
By a
demon.
real demon,
That's a real
bro.
demon.
Bro, nothing happened, bro. Like it was. So I feel that Santo OD,
He
like
got
especially.
dog walk.
As
I
a
I,
legend,
World
bro.
soft.
I was
Hell yeah.
I was telling Miles and the guys that yeah Zoro did have that nothing happened moment. Kuma was doing that weekly.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's a killer.
facts.
Zoro ain't on shit. He did that once.
Yeah.
He out for the count.
Yes,
Kuma,
bro.
let me get your pain. Let me get grandma pain. Let
Yup.
me get yours. And they don't. And what I like about it too, I do like how Oda kept it consistent to where they both didn't share what they were going through. Nobody knows Kuma's doing this, and that
Exactly.
it doesn't just go away. He has to take it. You know what I'm saying? So I like how he keeps the continuity throughout the story. That like you don't want to make people feel bad for helping them, bro.
And
Like,
I also love the
that's
fact
the
that they're
real
gonna die
feeling.
with that lie. They're gonna die with that secret. You know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
Miles? I
Yeah,
love
for
that.
sure.
Yeah, I love that.
Bro, and me being a dad, bro, Kuma's story hurts, bro. Like
Yeah.
Facts,
man,
facts, Santo.
He's better than
Facts.
me.
him being
He's
a
way
kid and just watching his dad just like you know what,
Pause.
just doing that little dance and whatnot bro,
I'm sorry, that shit was funny.
it broke me. It broke me.
Nah,
I mean,
word though.
people say I'm emotional, whatever, but hey, whenever it comes to kids, bro, that's all you need to get me invested. Kuma is one of my favorite characters, bro. Like,
Yeah,
he
bro.
OD.
One Piece is peaking, man. It's crazy because every time I think One Piece reaches a peak, it just reaches. It's just hitting another one, bro. Like we just got off Gear 5 and how electric that was, and I just feel like we're just at another. Like, bro, just going ban for ban for ban for ban for ban for ban right now. It's insane.
Yeah, I will say that after Wano, from what I've seen, Egghead has had like the best introduction to an arc. Like we're finally finished like setting up characters, everything is established. Now we're going to story. Like the main story of One Piece starts here.
Yeah.
Like all the Easter eggs that we've been dropping about poneglyphs, about who's this and who's that. Like now we're getting into the meat of potatoes of One Piece. And it's fantastic. Gabe, I can't wait till you get up here, bro. Like
Almost there.
I mean, it's one of the to me, it's one of the top. No funny. I think One Piece is like one of the top 3 pieces of fiction in like human history.
I mean,
I mean,
right
it could
now,
be.
in terms of sales, it's like what, number 8 right now?
Like from what I watched, like it'll forever be on my Mount Rushmore. And like I don't know when it finishes, will I call One Piece a complete 10 out of 10, but I will call it the best. I'll say it's the best. I may not say it was always perfect, but I'll say it was the best for sure. Like Full Metal Alchemist, I
Where
think is
I'm
the
at.
only perfect anime.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, and Miles, just a callback. I still have Bleach that year over One Piece.
It's just illogical, man.
It's no,
Delusion.
I'm just
Pure
saying.
delusion.
Like,
Shout
I
out to
mean,
Bleach, baby.
I'm just
You hear what's
I'm
up?
gonna put it like this. Bleach is I mean, One Piece is the better story.
Yep.
The animation in One Piece is great, but again, the story of Bleach in Thousand Year Blood War is it's really good. I won't say it's great because I'm gonna keep it a B. Like it's really good, but the impact that it has, it's undeniable. It really is undeniable.
I would say
Michael Jordan
sometimes
debate, man.
I feel like at the end of the day, One Piece will always be a GOAT, but I just feel like some days like Bleach just too cool, bro. That shit cool, bro. Like I gotta say it like that. Like Bleach just be cool sometimes, bro. That's the
I
Michael
mean,
Jordan's the
I mean,
best man.
Jokic is the best player in the league, but a SGA might take the MVP every once in a while, bro.
SJ's cooler. He might be cooler.
And,
SJ's
and,
cooler.
and that's my point.
Yo, you.
And I'm consistent because Shea not my MVP either. I thought Jokic should have got it.
I thought
That's my
Jokic.
point.
SJ was my MVP though. SJ was my MVP for sure.
You hate it?
It's the impact SGA
I like
had.
Jokic.
Boy, how quickly people forget about that Greek Nigerian boy,
But
but it's
but
all
I would
right.
say I'm about to say shout out to Kent because I'm gonna say if we really gonna have this debate, I still think it's 1A, 1B at the top of the league with Giannis and Jokic.
Thank
I
you.
don't think it's a clear.
That's all I
I
want to
don't
say.
think it's a
Thank you.
clear one, two, and
So is it like one capital A, lowercase A with the little apostrophe John, another A, and then the B?
no,
No, it's more like
It's like
it's more
two.
like one half A, half B type deal. That's more like what it
I ain't gonna lie.
is.
Miles, no, Miles. It's
Y'all
like
got it then.
no, Miles. It's like I press caps lock 1AA. You feel me?
All right.
Caps
There we
lock
go.
1AA. You know, that's how I
There
look
we
at it.
go.
That's how I
There
look
we
at
go.
it.
Exactly.
And then SGA is number 3 in the world.
Oh,
Gap.
I don't. Oh,
The gap.
never mind.
I appreciate you, Gabe. Thank you.
That's the gap.
Thank
And
you,
then look
Gabe.
at the second name though.
God,
Oh, it's backwards.
I am just so amazed at the.
That's the
I'll
gap.
leave it alone. We're on an anime show. I'll leave it alone.
oh, we can definitely get into it later, but okay. So you know what? Let's just get into the into the meat of potatoes of the show. So today, what we're going to be doing is a tier list of One Piece arcs. We're gonna finally, just knock it all down to see what's S tier and what's dog water. I mean, we I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a unanimous in certain things, especially what's trash can juice. But yeah, Miles, do you have the tier list here, so I can put it up on the screen so the my esteemed guests can see what's going on. Here we go. All right, so haven't seen it, can't read. Oh, that's great. But yeah, so what are we gonna do? Let's you know what? Let's just do it from how they have it here, and we'll just get a feel for what everybody thinks. You guys good with that? You guys understand what we're doing?
Yeah.
It'll either be that or chronological.
You want me to do F through D? I can change it real quick.
I mean, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. But yeah, so while Miles does that,
Rename it.
what other anime have
Oh, never mind. That's
Well,
hella
I-
rows.
you
I've
guys
helped
been
tripping.
watching?
Tripping. There's
Yeah,
hella rows.
exactly.
What the hell?
What'd you say?
I always have hella arrows because we've been doing the number.
What'd you say?
I'm
What,
making
what
it-
other anime have you guys been watching while Miles edits?
I mean, the only thing that
Fire
matters,
Force.
the only thing that
Fire
matters right now,
Force.
the only thing that matters right now is that Blue Lock manga, bro. The only thing that matters.
Ooh.
Fire Force season 3 is going
Nothing
crazy
else to
right
watch, just
now.
One Piece.
U20 World Cup is on the way, Santo.
That last fight with
Oh wait. Matter of fact, hold on, Kent. There's a question I need to ask. It's been a while.
yes, sir.
Riddell. You know I want to talk.
What's
you know
up,
I want to
Nagi!
talk.
What?
You know I want to talk.
Hey, don't say
So-
nothing crazy.
So how did it feel? How did it feel watching a man's in a game with the whole world watching? I'm
Bro.
scared. I'm scared. What am I gonna do? I'm scared. Save me. And now he's at the crib, laying on the bed, playing video games,
In
Just like
Cancun.
crying.
He in
He's
Cancun
in
right now.
Cancun.
Luca.
Just
We
like
sent
Luka.
him. Yeah, we sent him. Chill. But for real, we sent him to Cancun. Imagine having to watch all. You know that meme of Squidward looking outside,
Yeah.
Patrick and SpongeBob.
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
that's Nagi watching all the bros win a U20 World Cup. And man, it's just like your man's that's supposed to be your dog. And that's just like I'm sad they put him on a t-shirt like that, bro. It's crazy to see, man.
I think he's coming back.
yeah,
I think he's
I
coming
hope-
back before that.
I hope there's a big dose of copium to come, or at least he have a moment. You know, he might have an English passport, you know. He might have a Jamaican passport or something. Play for Team Jamaica in the U20 World Cup. Team Egypt. You know, he might have a parent where he get a passport, bro, and get right. But like, he ain't gonna be on this team. Nana say, not Nagi. Nana say, King. So I just hope you're doing good. I said a prayer and I lit a candle for him, and I prayed over you. And I'm just sorry that he can't really be with the real goons and Isagi and Barrow as And you see how they got Barrow playing American football. You see how I know my guys. I know my type of guys, bro. Isagi, Barrow, they always, we're gonna get to the top, bro. So I just hope the view of you watching my boys get to the top and Nagi just disappear into nothingness, man. I hope you're doing all right.
One of my favorite projects that I'm going to do this year is those clips where you make it's on TikTok and you just gather a bunch of what are they called? Receipts. So you gather a bunch of receipts that are either texted to you in a group chat, messaged in the Discord, or maybe even said on the
live.
So whenever I get that project together, when that demon that you were talking about comes back, best believe y'all all on a shirt. I'll make one special with all y'all faces on it.
And that's perfectly fine. But until then, we done with Potential Boy. Potential Boy
I'm with
gone.
it. Riddell, when it's time, put me on a shirt, throw the receipts. But right now, we done with Pretty Boy Nagi. We done with him.
Come back to like after a time skip. That would be crazy. That would just be no point. If he goes back after a time skip, it don't count, Riddell.
If they do a World Cup arc, then he'll be back. He's not playing in the U20. I don't see it.
If he does win the tournament, then it don't matter.
Unless Chiguri ACL fall off the bone, it's over, bro. And right now, my boy's swimming, bro. We not even on the legs right now. We're doing straight swimming, bro. So we're on a different diet, bro.
Since we're talking about that, while Miles is taking care of that, like that chapter of Blue. By the way, that chapter of Blue Lock was so interesting. Like how Ego just like broke down everybody. Like, hey, Gagamaru, go play baseball because you need to work on your reflexes. Like just different things like that. Isagi's watching tape. And I have to, your boy Shido.
Shido.
Nothing.
That's fire.
Reddit. Actually,
I don't think that.
I read it. You guys were being nasty about Shido. Like
Shido's a dog. He's still a dog to me.
Thank you.
Actually, pretty interesting when you think about it.
I will say this though: the fact that out of everybody, and this is what I say about Shido, when it comes to, and this is why Ego to me is a genius. With Shido, they pretty much said, "Bro, go find your."
Oh, J. Robin.
My back.
Yeah, you're back.
Beep boop. Good.
Okay, my bad. With Shido, Ego telling me essentially, bro, just do whatever your heart desires, find that thrill. I mean, he's a wild beast who plays strictly off his feelings and instincts. I mean, I think it was a great decision. I mean, I think all them guys, like Sendo, going to shoot. Why? Because brother not patient. He into the models and all that. His ego is literally to marry a superstar in America. Like, gotta focus that brother in.
My only thing with Shido is that I don't see how that makes him grow. Like, I think you put Barrow in American football. Hey, figure out how to work as a team, how to work together as a unit. Like instead of being overly selfish. Hey, Chiguri, go do some swimming. Hey, low impact, to help out with your legs. Gagamaru, go play baseball for your reflexes. Isag, go watch tape so you can be more like Ego. Rin, go meditate so you can lock in that demon that you got. Like Shido, hey, do you, bro? Live life. Like, no, how does that help?
You all missed the mark with Shido. You missed the mark with Shido. What happened in the U20 match? He was chasing that high, and once he hit that high, he entered the flow state.
Yep.
Where he was able to do that crazy back.
Yep.
What is he doing right now? He's skydiving, trying to get that thrill and get that high. So if he can just flip on that flow switch on command, that's gonna be cracked. You have to think about what is the character. The character, he's always chasing that peakness. He's chasing that climax. So if he can just
Santo,
what's up?
What was that bum ass nigga shooting percentage?
Here we go. 12.6%.
Was he in that flow stage?
He He need the flow state. That nigga's not gonna be good without
Exactly.
it. He's not gonna be good without it.
And he's still
Exactly,
top
Miles.
3. We keep
that.
doing this. We repeat the same thing over
Oh,
and
that
over
brother had
again.
no shots on target.
But you say that,
Gabe,
and
the
again,
brother's ass, Gabe. The
and
brother's
again,
ass.
you say that when Bachira and Barrow had more goals and more production.
What does
Than
that have to do
Shido.
with the Nemo and that
Barrow has a whole team for him. Like if he didn't thrive, I'd be like, well, you're trash. He's supposed to do well in that team, and he did do well.
You're shooting 12% with Rin on your side.
Rin selfish.
At the same time,
They're doubling Rin, and you're shooting 12%.
What does him being able to enter that flow state have to do with his shooting percentage or anything else? That has nothing to do with the U20 match. That has nothing to do with him being able to turn on that flow state, which even Eagle's like, oh shit, he's in the zone, or he's in the whatever the fuck he called it. And he's still been like one of the only ones to be able to do that. So if he can just do it on command, yeah, that levels him up. Which is why I said, I've been saying,
it levels him down too. It levels him down too. It adds a new crutch to his gameplay. What does he look like when he doesn't have that switch on? Like a fucking bum.
Yeah.
See, I was gonna say, when you give a guy like that an unlimited budget to come up with any crazy idea he wants to, he's gonna apply what he did on the outside, all those creative ideas to the field, and he would just come up with whatever whenever he wants to.
He still can't do anything if he doesn't get the ball. Anyways, but
yes,
but when Santo, when he did that bicycle kick, no one passed it to him. He did that himself.
He's not a midfielder. He's not like that, Santo. He's a striker only. That is it. He's a striker. That's what he is.
I guess.
He's lagging OD, y'all.
That is how strikers work.
Yeah, I mean, he's still.
That's what you got. Wingers and midfielders for.
Still number 3. He's still number 3.
And he's so called.
If he's able to turn on the flow at will, guess what? He's probably gonna be number 1 for at least a little bit.
I'm sure.
Ain't nobody finna be number 1 over that brother, man. You know Isagi scoring that game winner again. He's the GOAT.
Anyways, let's go on. Let's get to the main topic, bro. Let's see where are we at. Is it this one? Yes, it is. Oh my god, is this the right one?
Miles, can you full screen your the tier list? Are you able to?
It's the same thing.
It made the screen bigger, and that's why I asked.
Yeah, I think you zoomed in too much.
Like, do y'all want to see the arcs and then I can zoom out when it's time to place them? Like, y'all being simple. We've done this before. Like, why y'all acting brand new?
Yeah.
Can anybody see what any of this is?
I got close.
Yeah, Miles, run it, bro. You got it.
Oh shit.
But yeah,
that's fine.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, so let's just take it to how they have it here. We're just gonna go from left to right. Where do you guys have Alabasta?
We're just going whoever.
We're just going whoever wants to talk. Go ahead and talk. It's casual.
I got it B. I think it's cool. I think putting the Straw Hats up against their probably first like actual larger than life foe kind of sets the stage to the kind of world they'll be encountering, especially with us knowing that in hindsight he's from the new world. It's also the first time we get like a real full-fledged organization and pirate crew to kind of put them against. Wasn't like the Arlong Pirates, which is a ragtag band of fishmen, or Captain Kuro, or any of those like the jobbers, for lack of a better word. They're up against a real full-fledged pirate crew. We got to meet Ace. We got to learn a lot more about the world. We got the introduction to the poneglyphs. We got Nico Robin. I just think it was kind of like the real beginning of that roller coaster that this series is. But I don't think it really had much to kind of elevate it to where I have some of the other arcs in the show. So I'm cool with a B.
Question: do we meet Blackbeard in Alabasta arc?
Jaya.
No, he just gets mentioned.
Okay.
We meet him before Skypea.
Yeah, before Skype. No, I have it like B2 because if I was like try to rank in my head, I'd probably give it like something in like the low 80s. Well, we got to see Ace. We got to see like how different the world of One Piece can be, just outside of water, like a desert area and stuff like that, which was pretty dope. Got to see growth from everybody, like Chopper, Zoro, Usopp at times. So yeah, it was overall solid. Like it had its flaws, but I don't think it was bad by any means.
I have it at a B minus. After being caught up. At first, when I first started, this was my favorite arc. After seeing other arcs, it kind of like knocked it down. Um, reason I have it that high is because Crocodile is like the first main big bad that you walk into. It's not your other villains like, hey, I'm stronger than you or whatnot. Like, no, he had a plan. He was smart, methodical. Baruch Works was great. We met Ace. We saw different aspects of One Piece in world building. The reason I have it low is because at times it dragged really bad. It got really slow at certain points, more than others. So that's I would say B minus. So at a B.
I'm
I
cool with
agree.
B.
Go ahead, there you go.
Bet. I'm cool with B as well because I was literally gonna put it very simple. The pacing I do not like in Alabasta. I just don't. I don't like the pacing. Sometimes it does drag, and I'm kind of like locked out of it. And I don't think I'm trying to think of like some really good moments. Obviously, there's good moments, but the peaks of Alabasta compared to other arcs does not compare. But I 100% agree with Miles. There's so much important things we get from this arc in the totality of One Piece that it's so goddamn necessary that I have to give it another boost. So I'm cool with B. I think B is fair.
Yeah, I like it at B. For like damn near the same reasons. But in my opinion, there was a lot of people that should have died that didn't die, and that really bothered me. Nami should no longer be with us. Zoro should have got packed up, and Pell should have gotten blown up by that goddamn bomb, and he should not be alive.
That one for sure.
Like Nami won a fight doing party tricks. Zoro, for some reason, just locked in and got takeover. And then, like I said, the dude got blown up. But yeah, I like the little showing of the poneglyphs. I like the shit with Crocodile. I like it showed a great deal of Luffy's will as well. I think it portrayed his will a lot pretty well. And the fact that the Straw Hats can like maneuver without their captain being around is kind of cool to me too. Cause like they were alone for a while, and Vivi got really annoying, very very annoying at times. She did not stop crying. Shit, very aggravating. But yeah, all the positives I agree, and those are my negatives. So yeah, it's like a B minus.
Gotcha. Kai J Rob.
Go ahead, Kai.
I'd give it a solid. I'd give it a solid B. I think Zoro cutting Mr. One is probably like a top 5 moment in the One Piece for him. I'm pretty sure that's the first. If that's like the first time.
Unsolid.
Is that we get an inkling of hockey? Is that like the first time we get one when he cuts Mr. One?
That's the first time a Straw Hat uses it. Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool, and how he got to that method of cutting him. I think seeing the people of Alabasta getting natural rain for the first time, I think that was very satisfying to see.
Yeah.
And I think how Luffy handled his fight with Crocodile, like using water and then using blood on his fist to beat him, was just like a cool way to end the arc for its conclusion. So yeah, I think I'll give it a B.
To be honest, I might be alone on this, but I would actually put Alabasta in A. And I think a lot of everybody's points are pretty spot on, but I'm kind of like with Miles. Even though Miles put it in B, Miles' point about it is kind of why I have to put it in A. I think the whole fight between Crocodile versus Luffy, I think in terms of just like, I think there was a strong arc in terms of like the world building and standout moments in it. I could agree with Riddell's point. Like it did drag a little bit. like Vivi's goodbye. I mean, I rocked with it. I think it was just important to the show. So I honestly put it in A, but I'm not mad at anybody putting it in B because I think everybody's points are pretty solid.
Kent, what you got?
The only thing I was gonna say about it, after listening to everybody's point, was the dragging of it is actually what moves it down from a S tier arc for me down to A. I think a lot of the stuff that happened in the arc was great, given the introduction of the characters. I think Crocodile was a magnificent introduction to the type of powers that we were getting ready to see. And it introduced us to what the possibility of devil fruits could really be. And I always like seeing sand users in anime, so I thought that was great. But it's just the pacing is what moves it down to a A for me. But everything else, though, I pretty much enjoyed about this art.
All right. Well, Miles, I guess the majority here takes the cake. It's at B. I'm not mad at that. I think that's the consensus. All right. So next up we have Drum Island. Who wants to go first?
Like I said, years. See,
I'll probably put it in C tier. Enjoyable. Shout out to Chopper.
yeah, they introduced Chopper, but other than that, it was like the Wapple was ass. I mean, his fruit is kind of cool in theory, but he sucks. I think the good things that it did was it introduced Chopper. That was another moment where it showed Luffy's will. It portrayed it very well. But other than that, I don't like. It wasn't like nothing really cool happened, and they mentioned the will of D for the first time. Then, but other than that, I don't think it was anything good enough to put it in C. Or I just got it at D.
I'm sorry. This is D.
Yeah, I got it at D.
Oh, y'all are sad.
Yeah, all right, I'm going too crazy.
I'm
It could
sorry.
just be average. It could be average, bro. Average.
And J-Rob, I'm gonna be honest too. Any of the arcs low-key introducing the Straw Hat for the first time, I'm not putting them shits below B. I'm not.
You know what's so funny? You
I
know
don't know
what's
if I
so
agree
funny,
with that one.
Miles? You know what's so funny that you just said? I was gonna say like I was just about to say low key. You could argue Drum Island is really B tier just because of what you just said. I was gonna say Chopper's origin story.
Just for introducing a member?
It's not just the introduction, it's how they did it.
Yeah,
You get an amazing story about self-acceptance and overcoming past trauma. You get you get introduced to two big players in the world of the doctor scene, kind of giving us an expectation of what we're gonna have to understand from doctors that present themselves in the future, the laws, things like the doc Qs of the world. Like, I don't like, yeah, Wapple was ass, but just the idea of coming to his country and overthrowing his regime was literally the precursor of what we see happen in the story time and time again. You encounter Crocodile, you overthrow his regime. You encounter Doflamingo, you overthrow his regime. You go to Wano, you overthrow Big Mom and Kaido's regime. It's literally sowing the seeds. It's literally sowing the seeds of what we see happen in the story over and over and over again with an emotional story that also gives us another Straw Hat. Like,
he's cooking.
Wapple's lame, but everything around is good as fuck.
I hear what you're saying, Miles. If you are, because I'm kind of judging it based off what I think the quality of One Piece arcs are. If you kind of generalize it to anime, most anime do not do arcs for like their cast of characters, especially with having a group this big. So for backstory arcs, I mean, One Piece is probably king when it comes down to that. But I'm really just looking at what One Piece provided, and there's one arc, we'll get there, that I feel like you're capping about. You said backstory for a Straw Hat. There's a one arc in particular that I don't think you're going to give a B for. So
what's the arc?
Thriller Bark.
What? Because of Brook?
Yeah, it was a backstory for Brook.
That's a good backstory.
Yeah, and then the rest of the arc is there's nothing positive about it.
No, I know. That's why you said for the backstory of Straw Hats, the ones that introduce Straw Hats, your bare minimum, it's a B.
I'm giving Thriller Bark a B. Like, y'all niggas get lost in the trolling and don't know when I'm being serious and when
No,
I'm taking
no.
it serious.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm not gonna malign Thunderberg, even though like I don't think it's good in totality, but I understand what it did for the series. It's not about how good I think it is, what it does for One Piece.
Oh, okay, so then that's a disconnect. That's a disconnect.
Thriller Bark does a lot for the story.
That's the disconnect. I thought it was ranking the thing basing off like how good
We just taking the art by itself.
That's what I assumed. Yeah,
That's what I assumed.
That's what I'm doing.
What I thought. That's what.
Y'all.
You're right.
Y'all want to use your own criteria, but like the purpose of an art is to build an entire story. So what does the art contribute to the story? Like,
I'm gonna say what I'm taking it from my perspective of just the art. Sure, everything that you said is valid. I did not enjoy watching Drum Island. In my journey of One Piece, Chopper's my least favorite Straw Hat. I mean, he's my least favorite Straw Hat. I literally enjoy
more than Chopper.
The what?
You like Frankie more than Chopper?
Yes.
I don't think that's ridiculous post time skip.
I don't think it's ridiculous, but
I'm surprised he likes him more than Sanji.
But what is
you
it?
like,
but what?
You like Usopp more than Chopper?
Yes,
that's what I was thinking about.
But what is it about Chopper? But what is it about Chopper that would make him the least enjoyable of the Straw Hats, though? I'm just asking. It's not like I have any pushback, but I'm just asking.
Especially pre-time skip.
And this for me. Spam cuteness. I'm good.
That's a post time skip though. He has 600 episodes of that not being the case.
What do you? I got that all throughout.
Nah, 7 they were spamming cuteness.
That
Sabayodi wasn't.
It was cool.
Sanji spams pervness,
and I hate Sanji.
More, but less than
spams moments.
Yeah, y'all came at me.
Literally,
it's crazy.
Wait, Santo, if you hate Sanji, how is he above Chopper though?
And Jibbe a bum.
This shit is
that's first and foremost.
I think if I came into this with your mind, where'd he go?
Oh,
you can still hear me. I was gonna say if I came into this with his mindset of it building stories, of it building a story of One Piece and not ranking it like on its own and off of enjoyment, I could obviously I could more than likely agree because he's right. I mean, it does expand on, it does introduce a Straw Hat, and I think it did a great job. I think his backstory was one of the more enjoyable ones I remember. Just the fact that he got literally prejudiced out of his own like people because of a dumb red nose or whatever, and then he ate the human fruit, and then he introduces not the hospital stuff, the doctor stuff, all the laws within it, the things that you can and can't do, and then on top of that, like I mentioned, it introduced the will of D, like the term, when Dr. Corinne was at the top talking about it with what's dude's name at the end when they were leaving. So if I came into that mindset,
we're talking about Dalton.
Yeah, with Dalton. I always forget his name. I always think it's Dave for some reason. Yeah. But yeah, like if I came into it with that mindset, I would agree. I would give it a B. Because you know me, I do like when it builds stories. I have argued that with plenty of people in the Discord or whatever. So I didn't come in with that mindset. So with that, I would agree.
If we're going based off watching this shit, I'm putting Alabasta in C. So
yeah, so it's like
shit wasn't a good watch.
I wasn't on your wavelength, so I get it though.
What you making that face for, Riddell? That shit wasn't good.
I mean,
I've always done both.
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these arcs move down the list. The more I watch,
I'm doing everything, Riddell, watching it and what it provides to the story, and that's how I'm coming to my conclusion. But
that's what I've always done. I've always done A, enjoyment, and then B, as it ties into the plot. That's how I've always done like the rankings.
Alabasta introduced my least favorite trope about One Piece: the Luffy getting his ass handed to him, and a miracle happens and he comes back. Yeah. I hate that shit. I hate seeing him lose 5 times to the same nigga and come back and win. I don't like that shit.
Dude, are we counting Luffy and Zoro's fight with Baroque Works and all that stuff?
No, that's the different arc. That's Whiskey Pete.
Oh, never mind then. I mean, I'm with you. Like, if I didn't include all the lore stuff, which is so important, especially right now, then it would be a C for me as well. So I hear you. I'm not mad at it. As for
Look
Drum
on
Island,
his face. He was so
I haven't gone.
Like I said, the way I'm taking it is like I am here first watching it right there. I'm not using the hindsight. I'm not going into what it introduced. This is just my criteria. When I was there present at the time.
So we all got our own. That's fine. We all got our own. That's
Drum. I'm sorry, Drum Island didn't really move me like that.
That's like a C minus.
A D,
it's like
nigga?
a C minus. It's like a C minus. That's a C or D.
Look me in my mouth. Get them shades off. Look me in my eyes. Oh, D?
D plus, C minus.
Oh my god, bro, y'all.
but I do appreciate, like, I don't think the arc was like that enjoyable. I like the backstory with Hero Luck and Chopper. I think that was a really nice backstory. But I think for me, it gets bonus points for being short enough so it's not overstaying its welcome. We did the backstory, did what you got to do, took out a trash villain, moved on. I'm cool with that.
I yawned through it. Like out of all the backstories, I yawned through that one.
Damn.
All the straw
I
hats.
thought you loved kids, man. Chopper's a kid.
True. A kid that was discriminated against.
Like what?
Big facts.
I guess. I mean,
Santo
Had to
hates
find,
kids, y'all.
had to
hey, don't push
had to
that
deal
one.
had to deal with self-confidence, had to deal with feeling like he was technically he was responsible for killing his mentor, even though he was trying to do something right,
How to deal with
accepting himself for who he really was, understanding that, you know what, I do know what I'm doing. I made my one mistake, but I've got to push through so I can understand that learning is about mistakes, but I refuse to make a mistake this fatal again. And since that moment, Chopper has never made a mistake that fatal again.
Yawn.
Oh, Santo, my God. I'm putting it in B. I'm putting it in B myself.
I have it as 75, so it's a C for me.
All right.
C for me. C for me.
Hold on. Let me.
I think I almost moved Alabaster.
Yeah, you gotta share it.
Oh yeah, I left.
Yeah, Miles left.
Har. So I think the consensus is C, right?
Yeah.
I think mostly everybody was, yeah.
I'm interested to hear what y'all line ass niggas gotta say about this. Like,
Jaya,
Jaya,
what you guys got?
bro.
lie and say this shit ass, so I can get mad.
Ass.
What happens in Jaya?
Nah, I'm playing.
I give that
That's the one with what you call it?
That's the Bellamy one shot.
Yeah.
Bellamy, Blackbeard, Malt Block and Nolan.
Yeah.
And the knockup stream and getting this guy on.
Yeah.
Is A.
Short and sweet, enjoyable throughout.
Yeah, the only ass shit was Bellamy. Yeah.
I'm good.
Even the Bellamy shit was good.
Yeah, because Luffy beat the fucking dog shit.
It reinforces what he learned when he was a kid with Shanks. You get to see him realize that in real time what he learned.
Oh yeah, and I like the shit in the bar where he was like, "Don't fight back."
No, that was the lesson he learned from Shanks. You got to see him carry it out. Blackbeard's introduction. Hello?
Of course.
It's the first time we see Luffy not fuck with someone. Like literally, like as soon as he just stepped next to him, Luffy was like, I don't like you, bro. Like it was different. Like, nah, we have smoke. I don't know what it is. You just a bad vibe. It's the first time we've seen Luffy like
background shit. Yeah. I'm not mad at it. I'll fuck with that.
I'm going B. I think it's enjoyable, short and sweet. It just doesn't have enough substance for me to give it to an A. So, but short and
give
sweet.
it an A. I think when Zoro and Luffy walk away, and when Nami says it's not he, and they're talking about Blackbeard and Zoro says it's they. I think that just creates like a whole bunch of like theories about the type of person Blackbeard is. So I'd give it like a solid A.
I got it at a B.
Sad.
Nigga
like Wano. not trying.
Bro, they're not even
It's
comparable.
it's so wild that a B plus is bad to you.
Wano ain't nothing higher than a B.
I'm giving Wano a C.
And that's fine.
Didn't Wano
I'm
not?
sad, but it's fine.
No, I'm not.
I got it.
Those
At
are
A.
facts. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, A.
Yeah, I got it at an A.
Oof. Oof.
Long ring.
Oof. My favorite. I mean, they okay. So this
Aokiji
was the
showed
one.
up.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that. And it showed to me what that showed is like what the gap between where the Straw Hats were and like where the Admirals were and like what they were gonna be like. So I feel like the fact that they got humbled like that was pretty cool. But I was bored
What
about those
what arc?
games. Long
What
ring, long land, whatever. Shit,
The-
everything
the-
is long.
The Foxy Pirates, the
Yeah.
Disney Bet fight.
You
Afro
said
Luffy.
Foxy Pirates?
Yeah.
That's an arc where they bet he lost Chopper and then he had to win him back. Then he won him back. Then he bet
I thought there
again.
was
Then
an
they
F
ran
for a
it back.
second. I was
Like
looking
that shit was so, bro. After the top, when I saw Luffy was gonna run it back, I skipped the second half of the game.
That's the that's the one where he had on like the
let's
that's
get
the one where
ready
he
to
had on like
rumble.
the okay, yeah, where we
Yeah,
first
he had
seen Sanji and Zoro team up in the thing. Okay,
yeah.
okay, I got you. Yeah. I'm gonna give it that a C.
Shit.
I'm with you.
Shit.
Shit.
Where you got a mouth?
Shit. I think that shit worse than Drum Island. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, I do it. Hey, I
That's a
agree.
D.
Same.
I fuck with Aokiji, but he not carrying that shit.
Kai, how you feeling? You got a different opinion.
I'm sorry.
Like, you know, I think this arc gives like a lot of good moments that some other arcs don't really give. Like, I think when Chopper's crying and you have Zoro telling him not to cry, I think that's a good Zoro moment. Sanji and Zoro working together for their first time. I think that's pretty cool. Foxy versus Luffy. It's not like the flashiest of fights, but it's something creative. Foxy fought a bit differently with like the spikes in his hand. And then we learned a bit more about the relationship between Nico and Aokiji. I think it's just they kind of drags on a bit, but I think it's what it gave us is pretty good. So I'd give it like a C.
You sound like you're doing yoga. You reaching, bro. You
No, he
reaching.
said it was a C.
So-
He said all that shit. It's a C.
okay. Oh, see.
Yeah, nothing crazy, but I think what we got from it is good.
Bro.
Yeah, I think that should ask.
That's a D.
I love
You
you
want
want to petition
Dookie.
for an F tier. Can we petition for an F
Dookie.
tier?
You want to do an F?
Yeah. I
It's
feel like
F?
we need- Bro, that shit sucked.
It did, but I fuck with Aokiji. He could carry it to a
I
D.
do, but that moment, I can't use that moment to save.
Bro,
the
when he
entire
froze
fight.
the what you call it?
Like I thought, like
Yo, that shit was cool as fuck.
I agree with you. I love
He's,
that.
he's cycling on the ocean on his little ass bike.
That shit was hard.
that was
That shit
cold.
was hard. That's a D
No
to
pun
me.
intended,
At
that was
least.
cold.
A 5-second appearance can't save it. A whole
That
track
was the
arc.
only
Man,
thing
when
I
it-
liked
when
about
it
it.
is what he
Oh,
did.
that was the whole 2-3 episodes.
You know what? The two things I enjoyed about the arc, to be honest. I mean, sure, the Zoro talking to Chopper like, "Hey, be a man," whatnot. Sure, that was cool. Aokiji riding a bike and Luffy showing that a main character can change different outfits. Like, other than that, I'm good, bro. I'm pass.
Yeah,
Just,
give me
just
that
hard,
F, bro. Give me that F.
Shit,
that's
Donald
a-
got a new tier.
I have it at a D minus.
Was it called the slow fruit? That was a cool fruit. Man.
Yeah, he
No,
was.
bro.
The fruit's
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, when you want to
I'm
cheat in
telling
games
you.
like that, sure, I guess.
Bro, you know an arc is bad when everybody asks, "Is this filler?"
I thought it was. I almost skipped
Like
it.
legit, everybody. Is this filler? This has to be filler
It was
because
anime filler, I think.
goddamn trash.
was
Nah,
anime
bro,
filler.
that shit sucked. This shit F.
Right. Properly placed.
I got it a D. I fuck with Kuzan.
Sauce has it on an F. I mean,
F is the only F is going. Nah.
all right. Next up.
Real quick. Okay.
Here we go. Let's get
We
into
could-
I'm
we
gonna just rank it for y'all.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm
Water
not
seven.
hearing any objections.
Water 7. Even.
And then I'm gonna just go ahead, little bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How we
This
feel?
is-
Does anybody think
Do
it's
we-
We
does
good. No,
anybody
no,
think
no,
these
no,
are
no.
S,
No, no.
lower?
This is the perfect arc in One Piece.
which one?
Both. Yeah, I just combine them as one. Just
Yeah, I could. I
Yeah,
for the
because
most
it's literally
part,
they go
number
from
one.
one right to
Okay.
the other.
But
just a
man,
10-10 arc
And
altogether.
there's another group that I think should be
Are,
right
are
next
we
to it.
are we agreeing with this? Everybody, is this
I
unanimous?
agree with it. I
Anybody-
fuck with Water 7
no.
and Ennie's Lobby.
anybody object?
Bro,
No.
I always consider them one arc, and that's an S plus. So
I agree.
that's where I'm at.
Am I wrong if I say I would have Enies Lobby as a B?
It's
Yes.
a B.
Boy, what?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on,
Yeah.
hold on, hold on.
Now,
hold on,
now,
hold on, hold on.
why?
Talk.
Why?
I mean, I don't. I just wanted to see if I would be wrong if I did, but we can go. We can
What the
continue.
fuck is that? Oh, Ken, you on your shit from 2 weeks ago again. I'll fuck with you, bro.
And Miles, and I'm not, I'm not gonna hold us up. But the only reason why I be on BS like this, on BSS of all things, is
Yeah.
because I had to listen once again
There you go.
at
There
the
you go.
beginning of the week. Yu Yu Hakusho get trashed for 90s anime of all things. But it's cool though. But we gonna continue with One Piece, but it's cool though.
I'm telling you, Kent
Hey,
one
man,
day
I
is
was
just gonna
fine.
square
Ken,
up with BSS, bro.
Ken, I didn't decide the list. They decided the list.
Don't put me there. Ty
Yu
is on the
Hakusho
list.
on there.
I was agreeing. I was agreeing with people.
When I heard Yu Yu Hakusho pop up, and then the numbers of 8, 5, 3, and 1, and it was just 8. All right, cool beans, whatever, man.
Yeah, good list.
Kent, you need to put all your energy and attack Ty Davis.
But here's the
All
thing: I've grown to love BSS as the entity, rap label, platform, and as a group. So, so okay, when I'm looking at all of these intelligent young brothers on the screen, and they consistently let this man keep downplaying this. What? And I'll leave it at this, and I'm gonna leave it alone so we can get back to it. Being at MomoCon and talking with so many different people, it is crazy to me how it's looked at, not from a majority standpoint of, just the captains on here, but it's crazy how differently it's looked at from the masses, from different people. And that's all I'll say.
Man,
God damn it, Ty.
Can't about to tell Ty to drop the location. We gonna square up. All right, next up we got host Ennis Lobby.
I'm not gonna move it yet. I'm bugging. Me personally, I don't think it's obviously not as good as these two, but I would still give it an A. Because we did get a lot of important stuff to the series. We get the proper introduction of Garp, who he is to the Marines and who he is to Luffy that the Straw Hats did not know. We get the reconciliation of Usopp and him being welcomed back into the fold as a crew member once again. Frankie rebuilds them a brand new ship, and allows their journey to go further. We get progress with Kobe. He looks different at this point in time. You can see he's definitely been in the gym. We don't know how much.
Got folded straight away.
But not too much. But he was definitely in the gym. I think it was compared to most arcs. I think they wrapped it up beautifully. You got everything you needed, and you're ready to go on to the next thing.
And you also that's in this arc. That's
Dragon
Going
as well.
Mary's funeral, right?
Yeah.
Didn't Garp also say that Dragon was Luffy's father in this one?
Yep.
True?
Yeah, he does.
Mhm.
I got it out of ass. For all
Yeah.
the same reasons. Miles.
I got.
And
I'd say
we
I'd
got
say-
bounty updates too.
On the updates.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I think
I got
that's fine. I mean, Santa, you ready to go?
No, I was just saying that with everything Miles said. Also, I mean, I felt emotional about the Mary whole situation. So getting closure on that was great. Seeing Luffy after everything with Usopp, seeing Luffy have that moment with the boat and acknowledging Usopp's feelings regarding that. I'm all for it. So I give it an A.
I am a big fan of lore, so this provided a lot. So it definitely gets huge bonus points in terms of the lore it provided. That's why I'm kind of leaning A as well. But I won't give an arc without like major plot threads and substance a high grade. But I understand why people would do that. But for the little we did get, we also got so much. So I will go with A as well.
Are we good with that, everybody?
Don't be afraid, Kai, Lonnie.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
You're not enthused.
it's cool. Nah, I ain't care about that shit going away, but it's right.
What?
You don't care about the balance?
Nah.
Thriller
Oh.
shit.
I love it, man.
Thriller Bark
Thriller Bark.
Thriller
F.
shit.
F.
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 Let me get Thriller Bark as a C, man.
No, it's an F. I mean, you know me. I don't like the Sanji horny thing. I don't like that trope.
Yeah.
And we have Absalom. Like I was
That's
so
a twin. They twin.
Yeah, that's
I
the evil
was
twin.
so
Sanji my
done.
evil twin. Sanji my
I-
evil
listen,
twin.
aside from Ryuma, I'm good, bro. The ending of Thriller Bark is not good enough to redeem it off of that. Personally, I'm good. It was
Thank
not
you.
enjoyable to watch. I was bored the whole way through. I was annoyed with. I just don't Gecko Warrior. I don't like anybody on his crew. I'm good, bro.
Like
F.
the ending wasn't good enough.
Yeah, the ending was elite.
Okay,
He's
The
no, he's
ending
saying
is
that
not
he's
good
saying
enough
to
to redeem
To
it.
make it okay, I get yeah.
Yeah.
before everybody starts shitting on the arc, I'll say this. There's no way in hell this arc is worse than that filler arc, bro. Foxy. I ain't.
Yeah, no, it's not.
There's no
It's
way
not.
in hell it's
It's
worse
not
than
worse.
that.
I had Long Ring Wrong on F too.
You did.
Oh, and we're on time. But I'm just saying in general. I'm not even coming at you. I'm just saying in general. The reason why I say this too is because yes, Absalom was cringe. I actually kind of like Perona. I think she's interesting for what she is. Nothing crazy. Obviously, Ryuma was very interesting in the whole dynamic that with Zoro, and then obviously the plot threads that led into Wano eventually was great, and also a major sword
Yeah.
that Zoro obtained.
She's sweet.
Yeah,
Demon.
and the whole thing with the demons now at the very end, when Luffy fought the demons, that's super interesting, especially considering the giant lore we've been getting, and also other versions of that type of.
Oh, yeah,
race
that was
drawn.
that was the first time we saw an ancient giant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was interesting. Even though this is not one of his better ones, I thought Knife for Luffy was interesting. I thought it was an interesting concept for sure. It was pretty cool, and it's also like the first time we see like Luffy buff up, we're kind of getting used to that Gear 4, but that was a pretty cool
I didn't like Solomon Grundy Luffy.
Yeah.
Solomon Grundy.
I didn't enjoy that.
That's a
You
I
did?
didn't enjoy
I
that.
thought it
that
was
is a
cool.
great shout.
I didn't enjoy that.
Nothing happened in Kuma at the end as well. Not I don't even really speak on that. So I think it was cool for what it was, with some very low lights. So I'll give it a solid C.
Okay. So my gripe with it, and this with a lot of things, those type of environments, I guess, when we talk about like those like gloomy stuff, I don't enjoy that as a a theme for anything really. But if I'm on Miles' spectrum thinking and then my original spectrum thinking, my original I would have it at a D. But that shit is garbage, and I was bored the entire way, and I did not give a fuck about anything but the Wano mentioning and the pacifistas being mentioned and the sword. But on the other end, the Brook got it introduced. Obviously, the Wano mentioning the ancient giants being introduced, kinda. Gecko Moria's background with Kaido and how he was his biggest foe, whatever it was. and then obviously the pacifistas being introduced. That's big. That's big in pushing the story along. Because obviously where y'all are now, I feel like the ancient giants have been brought along further. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I don't know. Obviously with Wano, the Kaido stuff, I only got to see him. Zoro with the sword, and then the pacifistas with when they get to Sabaody, really get to see like it fleshed out more. So I feel like in that sense, I would have it at a B, but then my enjoyment will be at a D.
All
So
things
y'all
considered,
y'all
I'm giving
could.
it a C. I'm not doing too much. I do think Gecko Moria, his story and the themes of his story are some of the best in the show. The idea of letting go of the past and not letting it define who you are, I think is a really important lesson that people can take away and apply to their own life. And I feel like the Straw Hats kind of have to grapple with that fact, a little later in the story. A pivotal moment for Luffy was his weakness during Marineford and him losing his brother. And you kind of see how he could have went down the same road similar to kind of Moria went after Moria lost his crew at the hands of Kaido.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Had Thriller Bark been a better watch, I think it would be a better arc. I just think it was paced really weird. I'm not really a fan of the tropes that Santo mentioned as well. I almost called him Sanji.
Please
but I just think think
please don't.
overall, I just don't think it was paced very good. Rendell highlighted Perona. Perona was dope. Hogback was fucking terrible. The good thing about Hogback though was that he was told to Chopper that he was some great scientist.
Yeah.
And Chopper got to kind of see how far he had really fell in his life. But like I said, it's a bad watch, but I don't think Thriller Bark is as bad as people will let you believe.
So yeah, if you average out, see for me, because
it's cool.
How do I say this while being nice?
Shit is an F, bro.
Nice to who?
One Piece, because I love One Piece. This is probably my least favorite arc, or at least bottom 3 for me. I still have it at a C, but in terms of enjoyability, I might have it at a D to a F. I don't care about the story within it. I cared about Brooke and I cared about like the ending, and that's pretty much it. Even the aesthetic, you would think I would like it, but it just reminded me like high school, just hanging out with that goth girl with big titties house, like in her room and shit like that. Like, you know why I'm only here? You know why I'm here? And that's the only reason why I'm here. So I don't know. It was just I got like nothing out of it. I literally just like sped read it just so I can get through it. So yeah, but overall, like what it did for the story and the writing in the beginning and the end with Brooke and with Kuma and all that other stuff, let's see.
I'd give it a C. I think Kuma's appearance probably saved the arc for me. And I like the little sing along at the end Brooke had when he joined, and yeah, I think the Zoro nothing happened part probably the moment that stands out. So yeah, I'll give it a C.
Zoro Blazers, man.
No, I'm gonna. Hey, Zoro pre-time skip. He's a good character. As soon as we hit that post, though.
Damn. We need more Zoro fans to protect their boy on the pod, man.
Yeah, I'm not moved.
I'm good. I'm straight.
Is anyone a big Zoro guy that we know? Like, I like Zoro, but I'm not like a Zoro guy.
J-Rob.
I'm one too, but I kind of like leave it alone.
I mean, I like
Sabaody.
The Sabaody Archipelago.
S plus.
S plus. Okay.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Why?
So my favorite character, my favorite admiral. He got a lot of showing. I think his animation is elite. I think it's some of the best, even in post time skip. So out of everybody, I like the fact that Luffy. That was the first time we saw him really think that he wasn't going to lose a fight or win a fight rather. Obviously it introduced what are they called again?
The Worst Generation.
The Worst Generation. Luffy punched the hell out of a celestial dragon. It introduced Rayleigh and his wife. I think. Did it have a showing of yes? Rayleigh's Conqueror's Hockey was used as well. I feel like that was pretty cool, and the fact that he could, like truly pick who he wants to, what people get affected by it. I like what else was there? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, the dog walking of Borsellino. When him and Rayleigh clashed, that was pretty cool. Found out that he has what is Sentomaru?
That's like his nephew.
His nephew. Okay, I was gonna say the other thing. Cause I didn't know. But yeah, I really enjoyed that arc. I think that's one of my favorite arcs. So I got it at S plus through bias. But I also think it pushed the story of One Piece very, very well. And it leads into the that like the two arcs after that, I think are the 3 arcs after that are very, very good. And I think the fact that it starts there, I will have to give it.
I have it at an S. Introducing you guys call it the worst generation. It in the because I watched it a lot in dubbed. The supernovas.
They call
Supernovas.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah, they
supernovas
call
and
them
Yeah.
Yeah, in the dub, it's called the supernova. Like seeing that, but for me, the standout part of the whole of the arc was we need a power up, because what we've been doing, a lot of it we've been skating by, and somebody showed up that just put the whole Straw Hats on notice, like, hey, you guys are not ready for what's to come. Like like Luffy at this point has always been a character that, you know what, one way or another we're gonna find a way. In this part, hey, he admits flat out, we can't win. Run. Like just that one scene of even Usopp like standing up to Kizaru, Brook, like everybody, just the look of despair on everybody, like, hey, we are not ready. We're in an open world, and we've gone to a place that we are under leveled. We need to go back. We need to figure some shit out. Like, I got this at an S easy.
Yeah, I'm not mad at an S. When I'm trying to remember the arc, everything up until we get into that, I guess you want to call it a theater. Everything up until that is cool. It's like it's alright. But once we get there, and once Luffy does one of the most iconic moments in One Piece with one of the craziest punches in anime, it was just up from there. It was absolutely up from there. Because of that, and because of all the lore dump that everybody already mentioned, I don't have to repeat it, and because of the tragic ending, one of the most tragic ending we've seen for One Piece up until that moment, I do think it deserves a lot of points for that. If it wasn't for all that stuff, it'd probably be lower, but it does exist, so I'm giving it an S as well.
I'll go. I also have it at an S. I thought it was like the perfect moment for like the Straw Hats to realize that like they need to get stronger, they need to get better. Something that I really like in a story is like when I'm rooting, when I want things to happen before they happen, and like especially from certain characters, like when that Celestial Dragon was doing what he was doing, my first thought was I really want like Luffy to punch this nigga in the face. Way before like you even saw like him walking down, I was like, Luffy, please punch this nigga in the face. And like he was willing, and like everyone knew what the consequences were, kind of, but like he didn't give a fuck, and it was like he was willing to burn the world down for his principles, which made me respect Luffy a lot. So
yeah,
and also Rayleigh, even though I wish we got to see him a lot more in the story at this point, his introduction was fire. Seeing Law was dope, and like in Kid, like in hindsight, but yeah, everything about this was what it needed to be for the story. So yeah, I have a S.
Yeah, I'd give it an S as well. Got to saw the supernovas, useless mid. I think the desperation.
Like Mihawk,
the
brother.
desperation from the Straw Hats was really good. I think Kuma talking to Rayleigh kind of, I liked how that kept us thinking because we were wondering what did he say to him. And yeah, just overall it's a very good arc. I think the stakes are good from start to finish. So yeah, I give it an S.
Nice.
I'm
The
mad. I turned
romance.
the game off and
All right.
I came back.
So first arc of One Piece. The genesis of the story. The introduction of Luffy. How do you guys feel?
The romance.
I'm gonna give it a solid B. Yeah, I was gonna give it a solid B myself.
I don't remember.
I think it's a very nice introductory arc into the anime. I know everybody's feelings about it, and then we've all kind of agreed kind of universally that the beginning of One Piece is a little slow, I guess in comparison to the manga. But getting introduced to the main character, seeing what Luffy really stands for, seeing how he kind of sets up what he's going to really do and stand by his guns for the entirety of the One Piece series as it was. Um, you kind of get an introduction into a young guy who clearly is about freedom. You get the essence of him chasing after something that the world has kind of hid away from people, and his whole thing is he wants freedom. You get, I think, well, of course, you get introduced to Shanks as well. So we kind of get an introduction to a somewhat fatherly like figure, if not a brotherly figure to Luffy. You clearly see it from a little kid's perspective. He's not backing down from anybody. So you can kind of see how he sets that up for the rest of the series to come. So I give it a solid B.
I agree. Romance Dawn, cool backstory, and Shanks was cool as well. I don't really got much else to say beyond that because that's what we're talking about, that backstory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, B.
I'd give it a C. Cool introduction to a story. It's all right.
Hi guys. Do
Far
wanna
removed.
be-
I don't remember
do-
much.
Do I want to be?
Backstory.
Do I want to be gross? You know what? I'll do this. I agree with Kai. I'm gonna put it at a C.
So we got a couple C's. Lonnie,
I have it at B. I thought it's a solid introduction. Like the premise, I think I wasn't really feeling it until for like the first chapter. I wasn't feeling it until Shanks nigga blew that nigga's head off. That was just like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Because I was like, oh, that's a good introduction. And then like the fact that he was willing to give up his arm for the kid and stuff like that. And then yeah, I thought it was a solid start. Like I thought like the introduction to Zoro, are we counting that?
that's all a part of the arc, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all the same thing.
Yeah, if we're counting like, the
shit.
introduction to Zoro, I did like the introduction to Zoro.
Oh, Zoro. Oh,
Oh,
That's
I don't
part
know.
of it.
Yes.
see, that was what I was
B.
confused about.
You know, B.
That's why I didn't say nothing.
Though I do wish like bounty hunters were more prevalent in the series. Like I wish there were like some like admiral level bounty hunters and stuff like that.
There are.
That's not an A.
Crocodile and Mihawk.
Yeah.
Oh, fair, I guess.
So I mean like world class like bounty hunters was like yo like the Yonkos are scared of like these 3 bounty hunters in the world type shit like that.
Mihawk. No, I'm trying, Lonnie. I'm trolling.
But other than that, yeah, like the introduction, I thought it's a great start.
Yeah, so y'all got it B.
I got
An A. The big clues are. I don't know.
I gotta be.
Zoro doesn't bring nothing to no A.
Discussing individuals. Not even sharing my opinion on this arc. Y'all got it. Amazon Lily?
No. What's your opinion on the arc?
I am not sharing my opinion on the arc.
Why?
Amazon, I'm good. Amazon Lily?
It's either like
But at least give me a Y.
yeah, he either has that shit like at a D or like or a F or like at a S.
Y'all niggas be disrespecting this story, bro.
I disrespected it.
A B is disrespectful, Miles?
Y'all got it. Amazon Lily, let's talk about it. I'm doing my Riddell shit. I'm not engaged.
85 is pretty high.
All right.
Yeah, this is
Amazon
this is a D. This is like
Amazon Lily. Okay, so we got Luffy's Conqueror's Hockey. We got Luffy's love interest, or somebody that has a love interest for Luffy.
And Boa is what makes this arc an A, and I'm not, and I'm standing 10 toes down on it.
Gonin. Respect it.
Yeah, literally.
we got
literally.
this armament hockey, right?
Yeah,
Conqueror as
it's armaments introduced as well.
It's like
Oh,
that.
both of them are.
When Sandersonia and
They
the other
use the
sister
bow and
are
the
using the
bow.
arrows. It's
Oh.
armament hockey.
Touche. With that said, Boa can only do so much. It's a C arc. That shit was meh until Boa was like, "Oh, you're actually kind of dope." That's when I was like, "Oh, cool."
I agree with Riddell.
D. I only really cared until Luffy saw Ace in the newspaper.
I wish it. See, Oda be horny, man. Like Luffy in a jail cell as well. Like, hey, what are those? The family jewels. Like, oh, bro, I'm good. But there was a lot of introductions to different things. I mean, we saw Conqueror's Hockey from Luffy. We saw armament hockey. The story of Boa. Just it's a C.
Solid. I'm glad it happened though, because I do like Boa. All the ships for Luffy that people try to pull out, I hated it. Boa got introduced. I was like, oh, finally, maybe Luffy can finally get something by the end of the series. Because it was definitely not Nami. And anybody who was pushing Nami, no. Hell
Yeah,
no.
I hated that nonsense. Yeah, but Boa, let's get into this for a second. Okay, here's why I'm putting it anything lower, and I feel like I'm being disrespectful by not putting it in S plus. Okay,
Bro.
all right,
Come on.
all right, all right. Okay,
You
listen.
might be cooking.
So-
You got generational impact. Let's be honest.
I'm just saying, like Boa, let's really put it into perspective of who Boa really is. Okay, she's the everyday's woman's woman. Okay, she represents power and strength. Okay, she's clearly the leader of her nation or whatever you may call it. All right, but she sees a man in Luffy, and she's like, he's the one. And because I'm the one, I'm going to make sure we're the two. I'm not even going to speak about. I'm not even going to speak about the island itself because I respect to everybody's situation. Respect to everybody's situation. But if we had to be trapped anywhere on an island with women who look like Boa, I mean, some are plus size, but hey, more cushion for the pushing, whatever. I'm not knocking you.
Yeah.
S plus, bro. Like it's this is not gooning. This is manhood we talking about right here. S plus, bro. And I
This
think
is
that y'all
S
are being
plus
some haters.
gooning.
Lonnie felt
Think of
that.
all the cosplays that came from this arc. Like, come
Thank
on.
you, Riddell. Thank you, Riddell. S plus, bro. Y'all haters. I changed my vote, Miles. S plus.
Women
You're
at
moved by
home,
them ugly ass snakes. Yeah, all right.
women at home. I'm letting y'all know y'all can be strong and independent without no man too. Y'all don't need a
Thank
man.
you.
This
And-
arc had like economical impact.
And Boa proved that. Boa proved she could rule over a whole entire country of voluptuous women. But all women in the world know. They see that one man. I hate to say it, and hey, what you think? Whatever you want to think, Beyonce, and I'm done.
Kent, the Gorgon sisters a bit of you.
So you have it on an S plus because Boa is thirsty.
I have it at an S. I have it as an S plus because a strong, powerful woman
Is
saw
thirsty.
a strong, powerful man that was like, I need that. And I rocks with that. We
So
need
she's
more
thirsty.
women to be open. Shoot your shot, ladies. Shoot your shot.
True. I mean, she hasn't succeeded yet, but true.
All right.
That's because Luffy caught up with this whole One Piece. As a man with 3 kids, I know what the One Piece really is, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
All right.
Okay. All right. S plus because it's oh my god. Anyways, so yeah, Amazon Lily at C, Ken. So next up we have Impel Down.
Easy, eh?
Top of the top,
I'm about to say, if you
the
don't put that
tippity top,
plus,
This
all the way up.
No, it's an A, not S plus. Is crazy.
Yo,
you want to put that shit in S.
I have
Impel
Impel
Down.
Down. I have Impel Down at S personally. I mean, I messaged Miles when I saw this. But I mean, just from Magellan, from Ivankov to Bon Clay to Jinbei's introduction, just seeing what they were going through, and bruh, this is S.
Real. Anybody else?
ooh,
Well, this is off topic, but
Found him at
Shay
top
just
of the
got
top.
his ish caught. He let Nimhard was like bing bing, and then you know what I'm saying. Hey, solid game,
right now, Riddell.
huh?
Hey, the Pacers.
What did you say?
I said, who's winning right now?
The Thunder lead by 3.
They're by 3. Or
Thunder.
up by 5 now.
Neesmith made some BS in the corner again, so that dude is just possessed at this point.
I feel how. Ooh, am I wrong for saying I feel for Impel Down and Marine Ford the same way y'all said for Water 7 and East Lobby?
Yeah, how you feel, bro?
I mean, it's just
No.
I feel the same way about it. They
How they're the
get
same
going
arc, or
1
they're
and
both
3.
top tier?
Yeah, like it's like the same shit. It's like one right after the other. Like you got to go through Impel Down to get to Marine Ford, so it's like same way with Water 7 you got into East Lobby.
I see what you mean. I just think of it as completely different. One big reason is like it's a
That's
completely
why I got it at it.
different
Yeah.
antagonist.
Right. I
And then-
just can't.
Yeah. So ultimately, though, Impel Down is very good. I give it a solid.
Bro, this has
S.
This is S.
I'll give it S.
Blackbeard breaking down, just breaking into Impel Down to get Soldier, bro. It's an S.
I give it an S as well.
I'd give it an A. There's a lot of time we're just running around. Not
You got it at? Why he quiet again?
Bro, talk to me,
No,
Ma.
bro. What, bro? Like that's 2 in a row.
I'm just doing what the people want.
Oh,
What
is
what
your
I, okay?
opinion?
What I would like is to
Dad,
hear
bro.
your opinion regarding the arc.
Impel Down is cool, man. Niggas broke into jail and niggas got out. I love when black men walk
Dad,
free,
bro.
man.
Yeah.
You had all that to say about Drum Island, and that's all you got to say about Impel Down?
Listen,
Ain't
man,
no way Nemhard
Bad,
took
bro.
that shot.
some arcs have more actual substance than others, man. This is what it is.
I swear to God, the Pacers are. I'm with Miles, bro. They made a contract with a person. Down, yo, what they be doing on the court just don't be added up. Like, where's this team come from, bro? Some of these players just be
They're only
doing.
down by 1.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like the Pacers, and it's not even Tyrese. Everybody just be playing out of their souls, bro. I'm like, Nemhard, who do you think you are? Neesmith, who do you think you are? Obi Toppin, who do you think you are? And they just balling. And Shea selling if they lose, bro.
Jay selling? What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm watching the game. That's what I'm talking about.
I just saw him get an and 1 earlier, another tough contested 2, and another and 1 before that. What are you talking about? He's selling.
They're down. They're only up by 1, and Shea just took a recent shot where he got blocked at the
He
rim.
missed
When the
one shot, but he made like his last 3, and he had
I'm
2.
talking about the recent. Why are you crashing out right now? I'm just talking about what I just saw. If the Thunder win the game,
A nigga can
Then
score
that's
like
not
8
good.
points straight, misses 1 shot, he's selling.
oh my God, bro, relax. I know you like Shea, but Jesus
so-
Christ,
I'm watching the game too. I just saw him make and one, tough two.
This is this
He misses a shot. Oh, Shea is selling.
Buzz.
this is this is that wave of energy coming off of that Jason Tatum take. So I understand. Go ahead, crash out, Lonnie.
See, I can see him
And
all fourth quarter. And he misses one shot, and Riddell's
Lonnie,
like, "Oh, he's selling."
Lonnie, can we get back to what we're here for?
Mm.
Just saying. So we got impelled out. Like, Miles, does your vote change anything about it? Nope. Guess not. All right, Marine Ford, what you guys got?
S plus.
Are we including the fan letter with this?
You don't need to. It's S plus.
Still
Yeah. Oh, no, Kai, don't include it. What's your ranking?
I'll put it in an S. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Ace, he actually ruined my experience with this. I've never actually walked away from my arc. It's just pissed off. Like, he actually just completely ruined my experience from this.
Shouldn't the emotional trigger?
He was supposed to though.
No, but that's like
he was literally like
the fact that it got that response out of you, Kai, should make it an S plus.
No, but I'm saying
what Ace like. And I'm the biggest Ace hater of them all. I literally have him being a whole. I literally have him. Oh my god!
Get it out, brother.
Him getting hole punched is the wallpaper to my phone. But what he did was literally the action that was most true to the character. That Ace that we came to know. That was the most true thing he could have possibly done. He was established as a headstrong man who cared about his family more than anything and would walk into any fire to save them and would not let them be disrespected or mistreated. Yes, he colossally wasted everybody's time, but it was in his character to do so. You're just not gonna talk bad about Whitebeard and him scoff at it and let it be, because Whitebeard was the person that saved him. Like.
But Miles, that's my problem. Like, I understand that, but it's the fact that it's the fact that he wasted everybody's time. He got told like multiple times, like, just leave. And I get it, that's supposed to be the point of it. But I just, me personally, I don't like that.
The entirety of Ace's character was designed about him finding a reason to live. He doesn't understand why he wants to live. Even as a kid, he doesn't understand why he wants to live. He feels like he doesn't have anybody that genuinely cares about him.
I'm done, bro. I'm done.
Tyrese is possessed. Tyrese is possessed.
What's happening? Who hit this nigga?
Tyrese Halliburton is possessed.
Hallie hit another game winner. I'm done.
And Shea missed the last shot. Am I allowed to say he sold for that? Or
no, you're not allowed to say
that.
You're not allowed to say that.
Oh, I can't say that because
he missed that shot.
Okay, we're only allowed to glacier.
Sorry, I'm not mad at you. S is fine. I get why you don't like Ace.
And I'll.
But you like Mihawk.
Garp is so like 50-50 with me.
Why?
Because
this is what
Garp to me, Garp was my favorite part of Marineford.
He was the most realistic part of the arc.
I like when he tells Sengoku, I'm glad that you're holding me because I don't know what I'll do. He questioned his entire morals at that point.
No, but this isn't like, it's not a bad thing. I'm saying 50-50. It's like, I'm just saying, like, as a character, if I like Garp or I don't like Garp, I like what he did in this
Garp
in the
OD.
arc.
I fuck with Garp a lot.
But I think one thing I don't like is that the lengths he'll go through, like, he'll kill all those women and children finding Ace, and I'm pretty sure he was a part of that. No, and then when we get to
it's the line of duty. He's a Marine. Yeah,
I know, but then when we get to the actual thing, I'm like, you can't. I don't know. It's like mixed emotions. That's what I like about it.
I get you, but Kai, when your parents raise you to, and I'm not disrespecting nobody's parents. I don't want anybody, you know what I'm saying. But your parents raise you. They hope to instill the best ideals possible in you, right? Once you decide to step out into the world as your own human, as your own person, I can't just intervene. Garp wanted them to be Marines. He trained them right. He had them in a safe place. He fed them. He did his part. So yes, like as a person outside looking in, you would want their grandfather to step in and intervene. You'd want him to have a more hands-on role in either helping them or doing what or standing on it completely, helping execute them. But it was a realistic outlook as to what any person in that situation would be. He's torn between I have an image to uphold, my duty to the Marines, and my family. And I feel like in his own way, he helped both sides. He played the part perfectly.
But with Mars, don't you think he should have rejected what Roger asked of him then?
What you mean?
Because didn't Roger ask him to look to ensure Ace's safety? Don't you think he should have just rejected that?
He's a Marine.
Not just that, he's a vice admiral. He holds a very high position.
He's the hero of the Marines.
That's what I'm saying.
He had a duty to that organization, and it was being broadcasted to the world. So no, he could not step in. But he did what he did to help. And if it wasn't for Ace, it was Ace's fault he didn't get out. It wasn't Garp's fault.
No, Miles. I'm talking to him as a kid. Like, you see, did Garp not allow Ace to live when he was a kid? No.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I just don't think he should have done that then. I think I know he was trying to push them to be, but I just think he shouldn't have tried to help them anyway.
But he made a deal with
but Miles, that's my point. Like, then if you're gonna follow the law at that point later on in the story of Marineford, you should have just been like that. So when Roger asked him for that deal,
you're talking about a private deal versus me going up, me the hero, me the president. I'm the president of this shit. Me the president going against everything we built in front of everybody in the world. He can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But he did what he could to do that.
Oh, they're gonna glaze Hallie again, bro.
You saw when Marco came up. Marco's not getting past. Anybody trying to get past? If it wasn't Luffy, they weren't getting past. When Luffy came, let me throw. Let me give Luffy a chance to get this nigga out. He did what he could. I think people who are mad at Garp are like unreasonable. He did everything he could.
Yeah, now I think I'm just more of like I would have liked him to just pick a side.
I think what we have
either stick with the Marines,
man,
or be
$2
be 100 in with the Luffy in it, I think.
Quite $2 super chat. Indy just won game 1. Salute Open Dojo. That's from Random. Yes, sir.
But I do agree a lot with what Miles was saying, and not to repeat all of it, but it really just boiled down to a simple family versus duty type of thing. And even with him sitting beside Ace, you can see him like visibly torn between, do I do what's right as the grandfather, or do I do what's right by my position? And we have seen throughout the story, even regardless of the whole Ace relationship that he has been a symbol, if you will, for we as the Marines. We are the justice for the world government. We are supposed to uphold that justice, and our job is to capture pirates that do wrong, even if it does mean that it was going to come into the effect of it possibly coming at the punishment of either Ace or Luffy. But you've seen that as it kept prolonging. And I think even what Miles is saying, I think Garp saw the level to which Luffy was going, and it finally broke Garp, where you finally saw, I cannot continue to try to choose them over my family. And it wasn't up until Goku held him down where he was like, if you don't continue to hold me down, I'm going to do something. So I think at that moment, Kai, you got what he chose. He was choosing Ace.
Thank you, Cat. He chose his family.
He was choosing Ace.
And Sengoku did not let him choose his family.
Planted his face into the ground.
Wait, man, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying full attention. You don't have to refresh everything because Tally Burton's possessed. Is he trying to say that Garp was Go, what are you about to say?
So to start, we're literally we're arguing like over a plus difference, so it really don't matter. Like he thinks that's what you think that's plus, so that's cool. But the conversation was about Garp, and he was basically saying that he doesn't like that Garp was 50-50. He wished that he would have stood on the side. So we're just talking, we're debating Garp's character basically. That's all.
So you guys are saying he did choose a side, and he's saying he didn't.
I'm saying eventually he did, but I'm arguing that all in all, I think Garp's stance during Marineford was probably one of the most realistic approaches to a character I'd probably seen in a while up until that point. And I think that he made the proper actions when he
I
needed
think
to
we
make the
need to
proper actions.
stop. I think we need to stop because there's a $2 super chat from Sauce.
I'm don't need to read that
2025
out loud.
Hallie is greater than 2016 LeBron. My
That's
God.
crazy, bro.
I will say this: this is Halliburton in particular. This playoff run is one of the most clutchest playoff runs I've seen in a very, very long time. I don't even know who I would compare it because he's been making some bullshit this playoff run.
Overrated my ass.
Nah, he got it. Top 10.
No, he's overrated.
Nope, he got it.
You hold that L tonight, by the way. But yeah, Garp is literally at that moment in Marineford, he is the most human character there is. He literally at the point where his sense of duty was overtaken by his love for his family to the point that he was ready to crash out. If Sengoku is not there, everybody's getting packed up.
Nah, facts. Like Sengoku is the only reason why he didn't save Ace. So
yeah.
And I hear it. I hear what you lot are saying. That you eventually did pick a side of Ace. I just wish from the start it was kind of like that. And I know he has a sense of duty to uphold, and he has to keep the image of the hero of the Marines. For me personally, I would have just liked if he just picked a side straight away.
But also, you have to Ace did defy him at the end of the day. He wanted him to be a Marine, and he decided to go off on his own and do his own thing. So,
yeah,
but then that's see, but then see, Miles, he said he made a promise with his rival in private.
To make sure that his son survived, and
he did.
Then you should have been upholding that.
But Kai, when you become when you're under my care, is one thing. Ace left. You're an adult. You left
of his own. You
joined the Whitebeard Pirates. I'm looking at you as Ace the man. You're not Ace the boy no more. And he still struggled wanting to save him. Wasn't like he still wanted to save him. He just couldn't.
Hey, he also did let Luffy go to save him by proxy.
Yeah,
he did.
I said that.
He did.
Oh, yeah.
He really did.
And I said when Marco came, he beat the fuck. Marco, get your bitch ass back. When Luffy came, all right, let me let this little nigga hit me. And everybody was shocked. Momonga, all the niggas was like, the hero just got hit. Like, because it should have been impossible. So you know he threw that. I mean, we saw what he did on you know that nigga threw that shit.
To me, and it's also and it's more than just duty. It's like it's just like life's purpose. He represents like what the Marines is. Like he's like the spirit and like core of the Marines. He's the Marines of the Marines, like with the sword and everything like that. Like so him like battling between that and like his love for Ace and his family. Like I understand like Garp. I felt more bad for Garp than I did for Luffy at that point. Like after the fact, after like Luffy like was holding Ace, and I was like, all right, damn. But like before that, like I felt worse for Garp because he's like, oh, I might lose Luffy today, dude. Like he didn't know.
Not to mention it was nationally televised. Like for somebody like a guy like Riddell, who knows like. For you to be a public figure like that, it would immediately ruin all credibility of the Marines. Nobody in the world would trust the credibility of the Marines at that point.
Nobody, especially with it coming from him, which is what Sengoku told him when he was holding him down. He was like, "You cannot do this. You will jeopardize everything that we stand for if you act on what you are feeling right now."
Especially
so it's like
But everything they stand for is so like
Ace was Gold Roger's son. Because then if he helps Gold Roger's son in front of the whole world, what does that do for the Marines? That destroys everything.
To be fair though, I think
he was letting innocent women die. That's the part that I just don't like. Because God knows who the mother was, and he's just letting innocent females die because they were looking for Ace. That's like,
But we already know from Garp's. We already know from what we know about Garp's character that he wasn't out there killing the women. Yes, he turned a blind eye, but he's consistently had to do that because we know what the Marines really are and who they work for. You understand what I'm saying? So obviously he has a problem, and we see he developed a literal entire organization within the Marines to work towards restructuring it.
To add on to Miles' point, if he told them where the woman was, what do? They do a buster call and they probably destroy that whole island. So if you think about it, like that would have cost probably more lives than what they took.
Nigga trying to act like Garp is a third, and he's nowhere near. The nigga literally did everything he could.
Yeah,
Literally.
he's an inside guy. He's going about it a different way, but from the inside trying to change it. But I will say this though, an interesting question is, okay, everything happened to Ace. Ace died. Akainu killed him. Sengoku stopped him. Would you be okay if Whitebeard and their crew were not able to save, and Law was not able to help before Shanks showed up? Akainu was about to kill Luffy now. Would you be okay with Garp not doing something then?
If that was a story, that's the story.
Yeah.
If that's the story, that's the story. Now, I would say it would hit a lot deeper because that's his biological grandson. Like that is his blood. But at the end of the day, my nigga, once again, Luffy chose his path. You want to be a pirate? Die like one. And then I also Sengoku probably wouldn't have been able to hold the nigga back at that point. I think he would have broke free of that.
Yeah, he would have crashed out, like, because that's just compounded. You see both of your grandsons? Nah. Everybody's cooked.
Yeah, everybody fried.
Yeah, that whole island, the Marineford is cooked.
That shit gone.
So this was a great conversation. So Marineford.
Everybody got an S plus except Kai. We good. we good.
Does he
All
have
right,
an S plus?
Huh?
I had it an S.
No, I'm saying
Yeah,
you have
S.
any of the arcs in S plus.
These two? He put these two S
Yeah,
plus.
the top
Oh,
two.
Mhm.
With a
All
strict
right.
verdict.
Up next, we got what's that? Post-war. Okay, post-war.
I was gonna go back to
This is
Amazon
the
Lily,
train.
right?
This is the training arc.
that
Slightly before. So this is he does the circles. He does the 8 circles around Marineford as a memorial to Ace and thing.
Okay.
He does the 3D2Y to
yeah.
signal his crew, which I thought was hella creative and genius.
Yeah.
And then it's basically him just breaking out of his depression and PTSD,
Yeah.
and him almost wanting to
Jinbei.
give up on his journey as a pirate, and Jinbei kind of helping him get out that funk. It's very short art, short and sweet, nothing crazy. It's cool.
I'll give it a B.
I'm
giving it an A.
Emotional aspect, but not much happened.
I'm giving it an A.
Sauce, I'm almost there with the manga.
I'll B. Yeah, I'm over it though.
Santo, Lonnie,
Yeah, I got it at a B.
Kai, just out of interest.
B.
I don't know. Return to Sapa Odie.
Okay.
You put that shit in D.
I agree.
You
You said
ain't
B,
moved,
right? Not
right?
D?
D as in dog?
Did you say
The-
boy or dog?
I said D.
Oh,
D.
yeah.
Fake Luffy.
Yo, I will agree
Fake
to that
Luffy is
shit.
not. Fake Luffy is not moving me. Him wearing that.
But
little-
Kai, stay right there though. Who else got a fake character though?
Who's Zora?
No. Think bigger.
Fake character.
This is propaganda.
Talk about
I don't
Sanji.
know what you're talking about.
It's Kid coming back, bro.
He trash.
Whenever, you know, we go.
What?
We gonna get there when we get there. The
Wait, there
point
was
is,
a fake kid?
yeah, there is in the manga. So whenever,
Okay. I was gonna say I never saw that.
whenever Tomorrow Black.
Hold on. $2 super chat from Sauce. Kai passed the za.
You know what? I might have to get on the Kai's level. Give me a second. Hold on.
I needed to see that. I didn't
So
see that.
whenever Tomorrow Black and all of those niggas fake a crew, the crew always
Yeah.
comes back. So there's a
He's coming back.
there's a fake kid. There's a fake kid.
Yes, he's coming back.
Coming back.
I don't know what you're coming back for.
Sad, bro.
Return to
That'd be on
Sabaody.
Kai's level.
That shit was good. Don't listen to Kai.
Oh, you lot are just you just love that too
Where-
slow
where-
moment, man. Get
okay,
out of
so-
here.
Okay, so Return from Sabaody is everybody just returning. Where does it end?
When they set sail.
When they say so, yeah, when they leave to Fishman Island.
Yeah.
It was cool. I give it a
Actually,
B.
I'll give it a C because I like the Kuma walking away bit.
I give it an A.
I give it a B. Seeing everybody leveled up, Usopp got yoked.
I'm
I mean,
indifferent.
Facts. New designs too. Like
That's why I give it an A. It showed a level of, well, not showed a level of, but it showed that the whole crew had fortitude. It showed that everybody stuck true to the promise to meet back up.
Ooh.
And I almost gave it an S for Zoro being the first one at the bar.
He didn't get there first.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, put it in S just for that.
yeah.
Bro,
was-
fun fact: the One Piece game that they've releasing, open world, you can run around. Zoro is the only character that doesn't have a compass or a map. Like you just gotta wing it with him. It's a great shot.
I fuck with that. I hope. All right, if they're gonna be that consistent with how the characters work, then I don't know if there's gunshots. Luffy should not be affected by gunshots. Then, like, really play into who these characters are and what they provide.
And then Sanji should be able to teleport to any woman.
Instantly. Fast travel. That's his fast travel.
Yo, that's crazy.
Any woman on the map, time you can go to.
He should just get nosebleeds in mid game, like drop your stamina or something.
So Santo, if you fast travel, you lose a portion of your health that you can't get
Yo. Nah.
Also, if Jinbei's in water, you gotta boost him. All his attributes gotta go up anytime he's in water or interacts with water. Really kill it.
back. Yeah, Sabaody, man. We're talking about all this other shit except the art. I'm putting it in B.
I'm indifferent.
With S. Oh, okay.
It was a mistake.
So we good with B? I mean, Kai's on an island right now.
I said C. C's decent, no?
I heard him say D.
Yeah, Kuma leaving, protecting the ship. Bro,
I give it like a 75. So to me, it's like a
See in the Straw Hats come back, bro. Luffy used the Conqueror's hockey.
And them weak ass designs, man. I don't care about that shit.
Ooh,
He one shot of the Pacifista.
All right.
Yeah, you said it. But Mihawk fighting Beast doesn't impress. Like, whenever you do this, I'm going to go back to Mihawk and Beast because it don't make sense.
The pacifist, look, it's cool in it. Like, I expect him to be stronger than.
I expect Mihawk to be stronger than Beast.
No, but I know Mihawk's gonna be stronger.
I couldn't tell.
Nah, you're lying. You're lying to yourself at that point.
I watched them spar evenly. How am I lying?
Miles, what's his title?
Shit.
All right, well,
What's Beast's type?
second strongest swordsman.
Shit, he close to the world's strongest. It looked like to me.
You know what's nasty though? Because if Oda sets it up where the only time we really see Mihawk fight next is when he fights Zoro.
I'll crash out.
The way, because we're assuming that Mihawk's gonna lose that fight. Miles is gonna be the nastiest nigga alive.
Lonnie, if his only fight is against Zoro and that nigga lose, that's beautiful work. I'm not gonna lie, that's yummy hate.
I'm
That's yummy.
blocking Miles.
Oh, that's yummy.
I'm blocking Miles.
Oh, that's yummy.
Listen,
Honestly, I can't defend that if that happened.
you guys remember when Party released the album, the tour Mile was on? When this happens, I am not in the Discord. I am muting all notifications because Miles is going to be disgusting.
I need to see Mihawk like one shot a top tier or sign.
I'll just
Mihawk
fans
fans,
from whatever bet I made with him, and I'll just be on my way.
Mihawk fans, y'all better hope that legacy stays intact because I'm gonna be the.
I don't care if he off-screens somebody in a fight next. I'll take it.
Lonnie, I welcome that. Tell me that he could beat somebody that's not Zoro. I get it. You can beat a nigga that's a bum with a butter knife. I'm not moved.
is it
wait.
like I said,
You beat me with a butter knife. What that mean?
is it crazy that we've seen more Mihawk Seraphim fights than Mihawk itself?
Shit, and that Mihawk Seraphim was sweating buletas when he saw that nigga Zoro. Nigga sweating. Nigga, oh my god, this nigga so tough, this nigga so cold. I was like, damn, Zoro got
Like, you might need to rewatch that. I don't know what this is.
No.
He wasn't sweating.
At the same time,
I saw him send Blackbeard flying through some mountains. Like, hey.
And then what happened next? What happened the next time it came back to that scene? What happened?
Don't matter what happened next.
Oh, now it don't matter.
He got packed up.
We know when Blackbeard on screen, he gotta be a bum. It's what happened off the screen that matters. Because whenever we come back, the nigga just wins. So I'm not worried about that.
All right, let's move on. Next up, we got. Okay, we got Fishman Island. I got this at a C. I got this at a C minus. Hody and it was cool setting up the story for what's the Poseidon Poseidon God, Hody was so bad. Shirahoshi, yeah, her Hody was just bad. Like I didn't care about steroids. I really don't. I mean, sure. Seeing why Fishman was being oppressed. I mean, that was cool. The best part of the arc for me was Nami and Jinbei. Other than that, I don't care. It's a C.
Seeing Hody lose to Zoro in water was probably the most disappointing things I've seen. It's from One Piece villain. I don't know what they were thinking there, but the Luffy, I think Luffy being like that prophesized like destroy Fishman Island or something like that. I think that was pretty cool. Some nice foreshadowing potentially. I'd give it a D though.
Oh, I will say, him talking to Big Mom over the phone and saying that he's actually cool. Like that was dope.
And then they mentioned that Shirahoshi was the
Poseidon.
ancient weapon.
Poseidon, yeah.
Poseidon. They mentioned Joy Boy. What you just said. Arc sucks, bro. I wasn't moved by anything anybody did except Luffy. I wasn't moved at all. Like I get the showcasing of the crew's new moves, but that doesn't really showcase who they truly are when it comes to their strength. Like there was literally no comp until Cody took 1,000 perks and transformed twice. Like I wasn't impressed at all. I feel like that was by far one of the most bored I've ever been watching.
Damn.
Valid. I give it a D. It's not an F because
I can't put it at an F because Long Ring Long is there, and I don't think it's worse than that. So.
Yeah, for sure. If it wasn't all the lore stuff, then it probably would be an F. But some good lore. The voices of all things, that stuff was interesting. Everything else. That is awesome. With the Seabees, Poseidon, of course. That was interesting. But and then obviously Luffy aura farming with his Conqueror's Haki. That was cool. But yeah, this arc was boring. Hody sucked. The other villains sucked.
Respect Vader Devian?
Fuck no. His bro. Yo, when I saw him go throw the axe and then he hit the side of his head on the piece of wood, I clocked out. I stopped watching.
Oda again. Oda
he was
be horny, bro.
Ooh, he was charging that shit up. And he fell.
Oh, and the Sanji nosebleeds. The Sanji nosebleeds taken.
I clocked out.
Listen,
times 50. He popped
I was constantly every episode just in the Discord just saying, I hate Sanji. I hate him. Oh, he's annoying. He's terrible. That arc made me completely hate Sanji up to this day. It's bad.
Where'd y'all place it?
I was forced to put it at a D because I don't think it's worse than Long Ring Long, but I don't know where they had it.
I said D.
I got
I
D as
said-
well.
I hate it.
C minus.
I have it as C.
So Riddell,
What's
Hate
up?
this arc.
even with the lore, it's a D. We got poneglyphs, ancient
If the
weapons.
lore
And the
didn't
Poneglyphs.
exist, I think it would be an F.
God damn, you a harsh critic, nigga.
Where'd
Yeah,
you
I mean,
got
to be
it?
fair, I said the Foxy thing should 100% been an F.
Huh?
Like, I wanted a whole tier created because I
What
tried
you
to.
said, Santa?
Where do you have it?
Nigga, that shit so ass is not worth rating. I would put it on
Bro,
can't.
it's ass. That shit sucks.
I would put that shit on can't rate.
That shit is ass.
Bro, no, here you go.
All right, so it ends up at a Drum Island. Punk Hazard.
Cool B. I like we saw the
I'm not done, so.
I like we saw how strong Logo Devil Fruits could be. Smoker was getting packed up. That was a fun watch. Law. We saw Law's abilities. I like that. I think Caesar's a good, well, hindsight obviously, he's a good comedic value character to have. I think he's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about him. That was cool.
And his Devil Fruit's broken, but he's just
He's an idiot. He's a scientist,
Yeah.
but he's an idiot.
I thought he was supposed to be smart. I'm getting to where he's actually acting now. I don't know.
I think it was
But,
a good transitory arc to lead into Dressrosa. I think it serves its
Oh,
purpose.
that's another one of those type shit. I'm not done.
It serves its purpose just fine to me.
I'm not done yet.
A lot of
That's why I give it. That's why I give it.
I feel like where I'm at now is probably like a low B.
That's why I give it a cool B too. Yeah,
I'm
I
not done
give it
with
a
it.
cool B.
I'm not
B is
done with
cool.
it. So
Yeah, B. Perfect.
The ending is fire. I really like the ending. 'Cause
my
it was-
least favorite thing though that they all switch bodies, and I don't like that. That's my least favorite thing.
wait, Gabe, have you seen the ending?
No, I haven't finished it yet.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say what it.
But I'm still recovering from Fishman Island, so I lost my love for the game a
A
little.
little break.
Yeah, I lost my love. So
The
I mean,
ending
I-
is cold, bro.
I told Miles about it. I actually have it at an A.
What was the moment? When they were in the. Haven't seen it yet. I saw a clip of it where Nico Robin was asking Luffy if he really trusts Law or whatever, and he goes, "Can I trust you? Yeah, you can trust me. Okay then." Like, that was pretty funny. He's such a bot, bro. I love Luffy. He's such a bot.
Well, I have it at an A, but I mean,
Not here yet.
everybody has it at a B. I mean, I told Miles I actually like
Oh!
Caesar Clown.
Yeah, and the Kinemon stuff. That's cool. I like that.
Introducing Kinemon. That stuff that he was doing with the kids, that was wild, bro. Yeah.
The artificial devil fruit stuff is
That-
cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's in this? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ending's amazing. Okay, so next up, Rosa.
S plus for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say S plus.
I'm not there yet.
Even with the bad pacing, y'all overlooking it?
No,
S plus.
I'm not
no,
there
Miles.
yet.
S plus.
This
I
bad
can know- I
pacing
can-
thing, we better keep it for the rest of the other arcs because I think there's another arc worse pacing than this.
Mm-hmm.
Wano?
I don't even care. I don't even care so much about the pacing because just the drama and the intensity behind everything that was happening just puts this whole arc as an S plus for me.
You like that tournament that they were doing?
Yeah, we get.
That's done?
I love the tournament.
That's the Sabo
Yeah, I
thing,
love
right?
that tournament. Yeah, that's the Sabo when
Yeah,
Sabo
yeah,
returns
yeah.
and everything. Yeah, I love that. And you see, you like see a level of enjoyment come from Luffy finally seeing Sabo because at this point, Luffy's thinking that both of his brothers are gone. When he sees Sabo, it's like that. Yeah,
I'm saying that's like a full-fledged tournament thing, like that they actually like run through, not something like they just briefly tell you Sabo won.
No, he fights for a majority of it because they're fighting for Ace's fruit. And then near the end, when he meets Sabo, Sabo's like, "Don't worry about it, Luffy. I'll win it for us." And then that's when Luffy jumps out and Sabo finishes.
yeah. S plus for me, man. S plus.
Right.
To
Got
find
Fred
out
back.
what they was
You gonna
doing
see?
to those people on that island
We're gonna see.
and to see how their lives were turning out, like At that point, Dofi was like a
Yeah,
top tier villain.
I want to give it an S plus. So I'm gonna be nasty. Fuck the anime.
I,
The manga was good. S plus.
See, I think pacing can be very iffy and very, very, very subjective based on how you experience the series. When I was reading One Piece, I was reading it weekly when I was reading Dressrosa, so that's why it dragged in way more for me. If I probably binged it, I probably wouldn't think of it as much of an issue. But reading it week to week was like, bro, we're still here. Like, Jesus. So yeah, I got an A tier.
I'll give it a S. I didn't watch it because I don't like to suffer like y'all. But Dofi's one of my favorite villains. The world building was great. Side characters were great. Yeah, I think overall it is one of One Piece's better arcs. I think because of the anime it gets shitted on way more than it should. But Gear 4 was heat. Zoro cutting a mountain nigga in half, peak. Frankie having the manliest fight of all time, peak. So the Usopp crash out, like there's just a lot of little moments in Dressrosa that I think kind of like make some of the best moments in One Piece. And also like the development of the whole Smiley drug and things like that, and like what he was doing to the people of that country. It's like the fact that like Oda has a great way of making really dark shit goofy, and so like it hits people less. But like when you really think about it, like yo, that's like actually like super fucked up. That's super dark. But because of like the goofy vibes of One Piece, people don't really take it like that. When One Piece can really like hang with the best of them in terms of like dark themes. Yeah, Dressrosa is like S. I don't think it should be anything lower than that.
It's one of the darkest arcs in One Piece, to be honest.
Ooh.
Dressrosa is pretty dark.
it's
Yeah.
okay. So I think my experience would be different if I read it versus watching it. I have it at an A. I think Dolphy is one of the best villains in One Piece. Like you said, the dark tones with sugar and what they actually entailed. Um, Also, the ending with the establishing of Luffy's fleet. Also, King Glaze himself, Bartolomeo, like my God, like find you somebody that believes in you, like how that man believes in Luffy. Just saying. Um, Gear 4 was fantastic. Especially after the letdown of what Gear 3 was. The arc's great. Pacing is it was
Okay.
rough
I
watching
feel
it.
about that.
Watching it it dragged a little bit. I did enjoy the story. Again, when it comes with kids and stuff, the story of the toy soldier and the princess, like I was here for it. Like it's a great arc. I have it at an A.
Yeah, I want to rephrase what I said earlier. I didn't read it weekly. I watched it weekly. So yeah, that's why.
Oh, okay, makes sense. I was like, so you gave it an A? You were reading it weekly? But no, I got you. I think I'm gonna put it at S. We got a couple A's, couple S pluses, one S. We'll throw it right in the middle.
Yeah, S. Yeah.
Right.
So, is anybody gonna lie?
I lie. It's an S plus.
Yeah, you lie.
Okay, let me try again. It's S.
Yeah, you lie.
It's A.
Yeah, you lie.
It's B.
Yeah, you lie.
It's C.
You still lying.
Truth being told,
That's the
I
big
really
elephant, right? The big elephant thing.
Yeah.
More
Yeah,
implications. The elephant
Eventually.
means a lot, and then I think like the minks in general were what can I say positive about them?
It showcased different races in One Piece. The elephant is a weapon of mass destruction, and we're good.
And we,
bro, the showcasing of the minks alone puts this at a B.
Until they
And
go
then,
too long, I did not give a fuck about those minks. I'm not gonna lie.
man, when we're talking about an anime that has at this point 1100 something episodes. I understand, like I said from this top, we all understand about the pacing of the show. If I'm there to enjoy it and it's clearly fleshing out all these different things, like I think we do have to give it a certain level of leeway when it's fleshing out these things. But I think the introduction of the minks is great. I think the introduction of the moving island was magnificent. I love the whole backstory behind uh I love the backstory behind how the Minks had to suffer. And I don't know if it's told at the end of this arc or if it's told more so in the Wano arc, but how you come to find out why the Minks suffered at the hand of Kaido and the pirates the way that they did. I loved everything about this arc, to be honest with you. So I truly give it an A.
I do agree with you, but this is where I'll say presentation matters when you're introducing a new race. Like, if I would have been when they introduced the Sky Islanders and the Shandorans,
Oh man,
it's like a very like it captivates you. Like you're really interested in understanding, how do they get up here? Why, like, who's Enel? Who's the god before Enel? Where did they go take the shit? You want to know everything. When I go to the mints, okay, this person's half bunny, or they're like a bunny human thing, and the dog dude and the cat dude got beef. Like, why do I care about this? Why is it important? And it shouldn't take a whole nother arc for me to get that, and it does.
Mhm. Was Zoe also the introduction of Kaido?
Reverie is the introduction of Kaido.
Reverie. Okay.
Wait,
Isn't but
Kai,
what-
because isn't it post Dressrosa? It's post Dressrosa, right? The very end of Dressrosa, Kaido gets introduced.
when
like an actual-
when Kaido
actual
YOLOs,
Is that a mentioning?
And yeah,
when
I'm
he
pretty sure it
falls
is,
from
yeah.
when he falls from the Sky Island, it's actually
Yeah.
Dressrosa, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
okay,
so yeah,
okay, my fault.
yeah.
Zoe is a D.
God damn, bro.
There's really, I mean, the part where Momonosuke was able to listen and that's cool. I mean, it did bring some interest into why he was the only one that could hear, or him, and I think Luffy heard it too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
like,
both have the small things.
yeah, like
Yes.
that
Yeah,
that sparked some curiosity, sure. And I mean, Jack got packed up with the quickness,
Jack
but
is a fucking
like, sure.
I'll give it a C.
I'm at a DD plus. I'll put it over Fishman Island. I will say that.
Give it a C.
Oh, damn! Santo in high school. The Riddell gave it a C. We'll put it Lonnie, Zoe,
Let's see.
what you playing, nigga?
What?
I said, what you playing?
Oh, Master Duel, whooping niggas' asses. No, I give it a C. I think it was
That
soft.
weak ass game. You be losing in one turn, or you be winning in one turn?
I'd be winning.
I got mopped in one turn on that shit.
I swear to God, and I stopped playing. I swear to God.
Never played that shit.
Never
again.
played that shit again, bro.
Lonnie, you got it.
What the fuck?
Get
Fact.
good, bro. Go practice. All right.
You miss it. You miss it.
Now let's talk about whole cake.
I'm high on whole cake. I'm not gonna cap.
I actually like Whole Cake a lot more than.
Not there yet.
My
I think
problem is
Go ahead, Kai. Go ahead and get your problems out the way. You hating ass.
my problems are the start of the arc because holy, like running through that forest and this is a power scaling thing. The fact that I think Cracker can beat Doflamingo kind of baffles me, but I won't go too much into that. Yeah, but I just think,
go into it.
He's a commander.
yeah, but I think him being able to beat Dofi pretty comfortably just doesn't sit right with me.
Why, Luke? Okay, if this was a slightly different series, Luffy would have beat Doflamingo relatively easy. Like a lot of people were hype about Gear 4th, but they don't.
No, he did beat it relatively easy.
That, yeah, but I'm saying like he didn't without the time limit and needing people to intervene and help and all of that. Gear 4 was Luffy's Super Saiyan 3 moment. Like
Yeah.
this, like Doflamingo is Luffy's Majin Vegeta, Cracker's Boo. Like, no, nigga, I can handle this shit.
No, I think Kai's trying to say that he doesn't like how Cracker put up a fight with Luffy and then Dofi got washed by Luffy.
I feel
Cracker's
like,
stronger than Luffy.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
with you.
I know that. I just don't think it feels like right for the main villain of the previous one. We've got a lot of build up to just be weaker than this. Young Commando 3.
So what you're saying is that you have an issue with the power scaling.
Yeah, it's just
It makes sense.
it's just like a little
Doflamingo's a
grind.
warlord.
Crazy.
Like you're
That's why
moving up.
Doflamingo wasn't a commander, and even in Kaido's crew.
In Kaido's crew, he was a warlord. That's why Doflamingo's a warlord, because he's weaker than all the commanders.
Yeah, I know. I just feel like after what we just built up with Dofi, I just think
I personally think, or at least how I took it as, is that Dofi's powerful. He's great, but his intellect and his connections is what really put him over the top of certain things, certain people. His influence and of that nature. I don't think Dofi, at least the way I interpreted, I didn't see Dofi as being this super powerful being, like somebody like in Whole Cake, somebody like Big Mom. Like Big Mom has that powerful type thing. Dofi was just like, I'm gonna outsmart you, I'm gonna influence, I'm gonna do this more of a methodical way,
For sure.
type thing.
Yeah, and I feel like they've made that very clear in like different moments to really downplay Doflamingo in the grand scheme of things. They did it when they compared Doflamingo to Kaido and all the fear that Doflamingo had from Kaido or about Kaido, and then the ending of Punk Hazard where he looked like a straight B word when a certain someone showed up. So I think they did a good job. And someone he's strong, but there's levels to this.
Mm-hmm.
I think Whole Cake's amazing. I loved it. Finally, the Straw Hats are facing competition. That's the first thing.
That's when Kyle comes around.
That's the first
That
thing
far
I thought
away?
when Luffy
Listen.
fought Cracker. I said competition has arrived. We're gonna have to really get into the nitty gritty with what we learned over that 2 years. We're not skating through any of this shit anymore. I like that. Sanji and Luffy, our second internal kind of struggle with the Straw Hats, I thought was written beautifully. I love when Nami slapped Sanji across his face. I loved it. But then you get to see Sanji, still make sure he eats, get something in his stomach, even though it got stomped out. We get hella Luffy aura moments. When Luffy drops Katakuri and puts that hat over his head, aura. When Luffy, after getting his ass beat by Sanji, beats all of them Big Mom pirates, aura. Jinbei, when he told Big Mom to eat that dick, aura. Like,
Brooke.
Brooke, when he fought Big Mom, he got Mom. But when he fought Big Mom,
Ooh, Brooke. Ooh,
or like I think it did a good. First of all, I think Big Mom's crew. I think that's the best crew in One Piece.
100%.
Her area is so diverse. Every child is so different. You can see like some siblings hate each other. They're all living in harmony either way. They're all fiercely loyal to their mom. And I think Big Mom is just the perfect level of crazy to throw right in the middle of all of these children. I think it had good highs, good lows. It had a lot of payoffs, good fights, everything you could ask for. I think Whole Cake provided for real. Now, is it as good as some of the other arcs? Not. But I give it an S. I would give it an S. I give Whole Cake an S.
I'm 300 episodes away from comp.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Push through, bro. Push through.
No competition.
Well, Dressrosa is very good. Oh, good to be fair. Oh, you talk about
I wanna
comp in
see-
terms
I
of
wanna see
fighting.
Comp. Yeah, I want to see comp.
You get Fujitora and Saba.
That's not.
That's some.
I'm talking about for the Straw Hats.
Well, it's compy until Luffy unlocks Super Saiyan 3.
Well, he had it the whole time. He was just chilling. He could have used that at any point in time.
Yeah.
Even now?
Right.
Yeah.
Right now, on Punk Hazard, Luffy has Gear 4.
Tie shit.
He has 2 versions of Gear 4.
Oh yeah, because he has like
Yeah,
the
Snake.
skinny one, right? And then
Yeah,
he has the
Snake
big,
man
the
as
big,
well.
big dude.
Yeah. I mean, Luffy and Zoro are Himothes, but at least Sanji gets packed up.
Wait, who
So
passed Sanji up again?
His
Dofi,
brothers.
Oh yeah, Dopey did. Dopey kicked the shit out of him. That did happen.
yeah. And his brothers. To be fair, I think another interesting part about it is genuinely, because considering how they built Sanji, like every ship with Sanji was ass for the most part. Everything you thought about in terms of romance for Sanji, like, I could care less if this guy gets with someone. Till he meets Pudding.
Perfect.
The Pudding is like, I feel like the only ones that I would genuinely be interested to see them end up together later
Me too.
on.
I'm with you.
And then also a surprise backstory. We thought we knew everything about Sanji until now.
Oh, that was then? Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I do think those extra elements definitely boost it. And of course, we get a new power up technically as well. I'm cool with it in S. I enjoyed it. There's no low points that I could think of too. I'm like, oh, this is dragging.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
I think the pacing was good, which is usually my knocks for some of these arcs. The pacing was good. The fights were good. The dynamics, Sanji's inner turmoil, extra backstory for him. The cracker thing did kind of turn me off, but at the same time, but I don't know. The category fight made up for it, even though I hate on that fight every time I talk about it. Yeah, and even Brooke, who I don't care about 99% of the time, he moved me that arc a little bit. So, yeah, I think the only times I ever care about Brooke is when I met him, Whole Cake, and last chapter. That's it. So
have y'all seen the Denzel? I know y'all have all seen it. The Denzel Washington "My Nigga" meme. When Brooke comes back, and they're like, "Did you get the poneglyphs?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I stole them on my way out." My nigga.
Nah, he was clutch as hell.
He was locked.
Chopper had some moments as well. Yeah.
For sure.
And I guess the biggest thing about this that nobody mentioned, this is the first time the Straw Hats went up against a Yonko. So that was a big thing in and itself because the Yonko were this big, overwhelming force for the entirety of the series. This was Luffy's first test to go up against a Yonko crew. Of course, they didn't fight the Yonko, but this is the first one for sure.
oh, go ahead, Santo.
Oh, I was gonna say my favorite part, not just that they fought a Yonko. They technically lost. Like we gotta go. Like we're just like the amount, the numbers that Big Mom's like it showed the strength of a Yonko fleet.
I get what you're saying, but they won. They got Sanji back. Nobody died, and they stole her poneglyphs. That's why. Remember, she was pissed. That's why she called Kaido up. She's like, "Yo, they're on their way to you next, nigga. I'm coming. I need get back." Because even she felt like she lost.
You know what? True. I guess because after that phone call, I took it as like, okay, I'm gonna kick your ass, like what he told Big Mom, and technically you didn't. You kind of got washed, but you did manage to get away with what your primary goal, I guess, was to get Sanji back.
The goal was different compared to most arcs, which I think what you're getting to.
Yeah,
where it's not about defeating the big villain, it's about basically grabbing your guy and running away. So yeah, that was pretty cool to see them kind of. It's not beat final villain, and you're technically the final villain was Katakuri, but the real final villain that was like they had to constantly escape from or avoid was Big Mom, and they did.
And also just like different aspects, like Luffy just literally say, or a moment, like I'm not eating till you come back, and he's dog walking people, like showing that level of like I stand on business type thing, like was great. Katakuri showing a different way or a more powerful way to use haki, with the pretty much was it what do you call that? Yeah, like that was great. Big Mom's Crash Out, like, it's a great arc. I have it at an A because I think personally you could take like 20 episodes out of it and it'd still be the same. It was long. It was a little bit too long for me, but I can see how reading it would be a better experience. Miles, you're muted, by the way.
I was talking.
Oh, I saw your lips move and like I couldn't hear anything.
We'll put it at A. That's fine. Orangetown, old school.
I don't remember,
Buggy's
but
introduction.
I don't remember much but him getting launched.
The goat. The
We get-
goat Buggy.
Buggy, the
Yeah, I
buggy
don't-
balls.
Man, I don't remember.
Nami kind of betraying Luffy, but not really. The little doggy that was defending the shop.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Riddell, you don't got no soul, bro. The dog, not even the doggy, bro.
Throw that shit and see.
That shit didn't-
Doggo. I'm with you though, Riddell. I think
Throw it
it's
and see.
it was cool.
I love Buggy, man.
It was cool.
I need Buggy to have a great moment soon.
Wait, have I seen Reverie? What the fuck?
Nope.
Okay,
not
thank
yet.
God, because I don't. Cool.
Man, I don't care if I'm glazing S plus. I love lore. And
Thank you, Riddell.
That shit was
Thank
fire.
you. Thank you.
You've been waiting for that, huh?
We get the emu reveal. I mean,
Oh.
that alone is just.
Oh, so much shit happened. Jesus.
Rob Lucci come back for the first time.
Oh, Demon.
Demon come back.
Oh,
We get to see the fishermen trying to work with the
humans.
world government as well.
Oh, okay, okay.
The Holy Knights? The leader of the Holy Knights pops up?
No.
Isn't that Reverie?
No.
Yeah.
No. He's way later.
Yeah, so Reverie, everything that happens after Reverie is when we meet all that other stuff, and the battle happens.
Talking about Garland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't see Garland until way later, like 400 episodes later.
What's Reverie then?
Reverie is
What?
Reverie's in between Whole Cake and Wano, and it's basically telling us everything that happened in the world outside of the situations that we were following. So
Oh, so it's like a world catch up.
yeah, it's like a world catch up. Everything that happened around us.
And we got the bounties here, right?
You get which ones?
The main, the super Uber guys.
Nah, that's in the middle of Wano.
Isn't so this isn't the part where everybody's meeting at Marie Joie?
That is, but the Holy Knight dude is not there.
Because
Comes later.
the rebellion hasn't happened yet. Like the rebels haven't.
Okay.
shown up.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's so much arcs in this show.
Yeah, there is, and they're similar. Because
This is the end of the warlord system, though, right?
yeah, this is Warlords, and Fujitora gets banished from the Marines, so he has to hunt down pirates in order to gain his rank back. Mihawk and all the others are kind of scattered now that they're not warlords.
Yeah.
So you're learning about what happened to each of them. You learn about the SSG. Green Bull's silhouette is revealed, but not his appearance. The SSG, the Special Science Group. Used to be. I realize. Yeah, Green Bull silhouette. We get to see some revolutionary. We get to see the heavy hitters and the revolutionaries. So like Karasu, all of them.
Ooh, these are names I've never heard before. Good God.
Yeah. A lot happened to Reverie, but I think every single episode of Reverie is important, need to know information. There's nothing that's like a waste of time or like I'm gonna skip this episode. This is boring. You're learning something about the world.
I like that.
Yeah. And then ultimately, it has the moment that changes your entire perception of the series with Emu.
Yeah, with Emu.
Yeah. Yeah, that throne reveal and stuff.
Yeah, seeing those 5 niggas bow down, I was shook. I was like, who the fuck is this?
It's like the Illuminati's real, man.
Shit.
Yeah, S.
We'll go S. We'll go S. Syrup Village. We know the
F.
answer to this, right?
F.
F.
Fuck.
It is not.
Nah,
Bro.
at least a C.
It's
It is.
it's bad, but it's not that bad.
I'm gonna go C. Yeah, I'll go C too.
It's better than Fishman Island. It's
Shut
better
up,
than Orange Town.
Shout out my guy Django Tango though. And what's the other dude? Black
Okay.
Cat Kuro.
No. Don't even. No.
Shout out Wolverine, man.
No.
Yeah, I'm
And
going
this is
C,
where they
bro.
get their ship too.
I-
I
Well, see,
actually
bro.
like his story.
That is true. They do get to go and marry their D. I hate
My
Usopp.
boy.
I just hate everything.
Kai, your time is up. Your time is now. The
I'm gonna
big
stand
one.
on it. I loved
No.
Wano.
No, I'm just gonna say
What?
this arc has some great moments. You know, you have Odin's backstory. You have Gear 5.
Hook,
That Zoro vs King fight moves some people.
not me.
Sanji with the exoskeleton. You have some good moments in this arc. But when you realize the flaws and like the pacing and the plots brought up that have nothing to do, like they're not concluded later. This arc is it's an average arc. I'll be honest with you. It's like I'm being nice giving it a B. If Gear 5 wasn't in this arc is average. No, all right. So just to name a few, with Yasui, when he dies on the cross, Zoro said he would avenge him. He'd go find Orochi to avenge him. He doesn't meet Orochi again for the rest of the arc. Zoro said he'd go to Ryuma's grave. He never went to the grave.
What?
So that says a lot about Zoro.
It's the way he said it.
Frankie said he'd build anti-Kaido weapons. You don't see shit from that. And then there's other stuff like there's so many irrelevant characters that takes up precious time.
So many.
Like the Akaza 7, like Ashura Doji.
Why was he introduced? like Kai, what kills it for me? He fucking dies.
And he fights Kaido, survives but dies to dynamite. Someone made that.
They could have let Kaido kill him. Oh boy.
Y'all gotta chill out. Y'all gotta chill out on my boys, man.
And Izo is
nah. Okay, you lost.
You know my problem with those two deaths, like the crew don't even care, so I don't care.
I feel like Izo, they don't have Marco say nothing about Izo. Literally nothing.
You think he didn't know him?
He didn't notice Izo's gone?
No.
Crazy.
And then my biggest problem, and unfortunately it is with Gear 5, the world government are the definition of incompetence if I've ever seen it in my life. Like Riddell and Santo, imagine Frieza is afraid of the Super Saiyan and he doesn't wipe any of them out and he just leaves them to live until one rises. They literally let Luffy go throughout the story, take zero precautions throughout the story for him, and then they know he has the fruit, and then when he awakens it, oh, we've been trying to get this fruit for 800 years. What are we going to do now? Like they call it the most ridiculous power in the world, yet they take zero precautions for it. But they take precautions for stuff like Robin throughout the whole story. But this fruit that you're so afraid of, you do nothing about it. You got people like Who's Who saying he wants revenge on Luffy, but early on the arc he saw Luffy and said, "Let's leave him."
But what did that? Okay,
man,
but with that premise, should we tax every arc before Wano?
Why?
Because they know Luffy has the fruit. It could awaken. We got to stop this.
No, because they didn't highlight. They didn't make a big deal about the fruit in any of these other arcs. It's this arc that they're like, oh, we have to stop him now. Why now?
They knew about
stop him at any point in time.
And this when I've said this in like comment sections, people complain like, oh, they tried to stop. No, they didn't. Like they knew about him since Alabaster. You've seen him break into Anise lobby and break out. You see him break into Impel Down, break out. He survived Marineford. He took that. He defeated Dofi. Done all these things, and somehow you don't take a single precaution and like, I know the fruit always escapes them, but I'd rather have it escape them instead of Nika awakening.
I'm still unsure if they knew exactly that he had the fruit. Because I know what you're talking about, because when it got revealed, I did hear this criticism. I'm just unsure if they knew exactly with 100% certainty. Ultimately, though, like, this is an arc.
I'm going to let you finish, but let's be for real. If Vegapunk knew, why wouldn't they know?
Well, Vegapunk is way smarter than everybody else.
They've been around way longer than anybody else, though.
I hear you.
And they've seen a previous user of the fruit. They know the properties. They know what it looks like. They know how it performs. And they know for a fact there is no record of a gum fruit. So when they're seeing a nigga with a gum fruit, and they know there's no fruit,
but thank you for explaining it, because that's what I was saying to Kai. Kai just said that they've known about this since Alabaster. If we're using this to tax Wano, shouldn't you tax every arc before one?
Why though? Why are you gonna tax another arc for another?
No, but I'm taxing. I'm saying because of that reveal that makes this arc bad. Because then they do a lot of stuff throughout this. Like they hint Nika for who's who. Like I don't know, like 10 chapters before, 10, 15 chapters before. Like they mention Nika in this like chapter and like the fruit in this chapter. Not chapter, this arc. I mean,
yeah, what?
I
just
think that's too
like the fact that they can't, they don't go after the kid who is shouting gum. Like,
for every move.
I don't think it's negligent. I don't think it's negligence. I do, however, think that it does show like a lack of understanding in the situation, just simply because I think they probably chalked it up to, much like Miles was saying, we do know the properties, and I think they are aware that Luffy does have this fruit that they are afraid of, but I think they're using, before we step in and we showcase how dangerous we think he is, we're going to allow people who we think to beat him to take him out for us. And it's not up until he gets to Kaido where then it's realized we don't think anybody's going to stop him. We have to stop him now before it's too late. And I that's just from my personal perspective, based off of the way the whole event played out.
But here's my problem, Kat. So two things. One, I would agree with you if we find out later, and this will be hindsight, but if we find out later that there were other Nika fruit users other than Joy Boy that had the fruit and were unable to awaken it, that would make me believe that the negligence would be okay, because they're of the ideology. There's no chance in hell this kid is going to be able to awaken this fruit. It's a non-issue, right? But then my second problem is, by them intervening to quote unquote stop Luffy, they literally caused the thing they were trying to prevent. Who knows what the outcome of the fight with Luffy and Kaido would have been had they not, got Luffy killed. But them killing Luffy quite literally made him turn into Nika and brought about what they were trying to avoid.
Didn't they technically, do what they wanted to? Because he did die, so they didn't.
Well,
they killed him.
Yeah.
The first thing you said, that's where I'm kind of aligning. I do think sometimes you got to take certain liberties when it comes to, especially a series this long. And then there's certain like anime tropes that I'm like, I don't take too seriously, like calling out your attack name. I'm like, I don't really think about that too deeply. Sure. With that said, I do think there's a possibility. This is where I agree with Kent, where it's like, it's possible they just did not think Luffy was going to be the one to awaken it and become Joy Boy. It's just possible that they were just kind of negligent about it. So that's where I'm kind of aligning to like help it make sense. But the part about the guy killing Luffy, I mean, CP agent being a dumbass. I can't really help that one. He was just being stupid. He did not need to get involved at all.
I mean, because I apologize for that. I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's much like to what Miles has alluded to. It's like if Vegapunk knew, they would have had to know. The not I'm not saying this like not the only conclusion that we can come to, but I think that the most logical conclusion was that even if previous users, all of them awakened the fruit, even if that was the case, they just saw it from Luffy where the it might have just been a simple point of we think that there are pirates who are powerful enough that when he runs up against them, they'll take him out before he even has the chance to awaken it. And I think we've seen, if you paid attention to how they ramped up like his bounties and stuff, I think it was at the point where he defeated Doflamingo where they really, really started to hunker down and say, we might have a problem on our hands. And that's where you start to see them pay a lot more attention to Luffy after that point.
And I don't even think it has to be like a massive like attention is and like send an admiral for him. But you see what they did with Sanji on his bounty where it says only alive. Maybe on Luffy's bounty you just put only dead. And then whatever happens after that. But like hints throughout the story to make it seem like this guy could be an issue to like the world government. And they're taking it somewhat seriously.
Well, I mean, I feel like you could. I hear you. I think they've done a good job ultimately, though, to make it Luffy seem like he's a bigger threat than what we knew, with different things about him destroying the world and all that stuff. For the arc, though, migrating, I think the highs are super high, which is why I do give it a lot of credit. I do think a lot of the in between is cool. It's not fantastic. I think it was cool for the most part. I also really didn't like Luffy losing and then getting a power up. That same old trope. Now it didn't move me. But Odin's backstory was great. The in between all the different Wano acts was really good. Those in between moments, especially since we got stuff like the bounty reveal. The end sequence with obviously Gear 5 was good. And some other characters had some good moments. Robin had her little demon form. Sanji has a power up where he kind of can turn invisible and also empowered his body. It's making a change. Zoro revealed he had Conqueror's Hockey in this arc as well. Law awakened his fruit. No, Kid awakened his fruit, and Kid and Law beat Yonko.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a lot of really good moments, and there's a lot of cool moments. I don't think there's really like low moments where I like, oh yeah, this is ass.
Shit.
I can't think of anything that I'm there.
The entirety of Act 1.
I thought it was cool. I wouldn't say ass. I'll give it a solid S.
I got an A.
I'm going S.
I'm going S too. For me, and this is just me. And we mentioned it earlier on the episode. In my opinion, a lot of the times that we start an arc for One Piece, it starts slow. This arc started slow. But I thought when it found its footing, it went. I didn't care about the Minks and all of that. I cared about them at the end. When they were getting their get back with Jack, all of that. I enjoyed that. The fight between and it's my favorite fight in One Piece. Law and Kid versus Big Mom. Like that's my favorite fight. I'm personally, I didn't enjoy the Gear 5 reveal. I thought, I mean, I get it. I get its importance. How it was done, meh. I like the transformation better when he fought Rob Lucci after, but I was getting tired of the whole Kaido fights Luffy gets packed, gets rest, fights other people, comes back, Luffy fights, gets packed again, takes a nap, go like the fight kind of was long-winded with Kaido. But everything else I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the Seven Samurai versus Kaido. I enjoyed Queen versus Sanji. Even Chopper had a great showing. Like I really enjoyed the art.
Santa, you brought I forgot about Kinemon. Yeah, he should have died the first time, but you know. when Luffy walked past the two Yonkos and picked him up, he should have been dead there. He should have died there, but you know.
I agree. I could concede to that. Like, yeah.
Oh, one thing I did think was trash. I think Orochi was trash. I did not like Orochi at all.
Orochi's
That's when I'm
but that
like-
was his character. Like, I think he was meant to be like unlikable, like annoying type thing, like slimy. Like, I got it, but I don't think it was awful. Like, I think it was meant what it was supposed to do.
I mean, I hear you.
I wanted to ask a quick question. For post time skip, for the way you think arcs conclude, do you think it's comparable to pre time skip arcs and how they conclude?
Give an
If-
example.
So like, I'll just use Enies Lobby as an example, or Arlong Park. So you think the final conclusion with Rob Lucci and Luffy, where he uses Jet Gatling, you have Usopp encouraging Luffy to get up, the Busticles come in and like they're
The
escaping.
intense moment at the
Like,
end.
yeah, like their conclusion of like the arc and like them leaving, or like Luffy destroying the room that Nami's in, where she's worked with Arlong, and then he stomps Arlong like down all the way to the end of the building. Like, do you think how pre-time skip arcs ended is the same to like how post-time skip arcs ended? Because I think post-time skip arcs, how they end is kind of the impact's not there for me.
I'll say the only one that did have the impact out of all of the post-time skip ones, I did like the way Wano ended, where they basically put Kaido and Luffy's ideals on the table, and it seems like they're like Naruto does a good idea of saying this is we can kind of understand what each other's thinking without saying words, and then kind of like, what's your ideal world? And Luffy learns what Kaido's ideal world is without them even having to say a word. And then when they do that final clash, it's to symbolize Luffy's ideal world winning in that moment. Outside of that, you don't get it from any of those arcs. Whole cake, a little bit, but outside of that, nah.
I mean, I'm just thinking on the baseline level of like how hype it was. Like Luffy and Katakuri and how they ended. I'm trying to think.
It was anticlimactic to me.
Yeah. And
Katakuri did that same move for the 8th time. Buzz cut mochi! Shit don't even sound cool.
So, yeah, that one was kind of okay. The Egghead was kind of okay. Luffy versus Doflamingo to end it. I thought he had a really good move to knock him out. It wasn't as intense as like Gatling or Arlong, but I thought it was cool. I'll give it a plus. I'll give it a thumbs up. How he ended Doflamingo. What else? Punk Hazard. Oh no, I like how they ended with Law cutting everything against what's his name? Virgo. Yeah, I thought it was dope. I think pre-time skip probably has it based off the criteria you mentioned it.
But then also there isn't enough arcs to compare. Post time skip?
Fishman, Whole Cake, Dressrosa, Wano, Egghead. 5 solid arcs. Big arcs.
Forgot Punk Hazard.
To be fair,
Punk Hazard as well. So six big
No.
arcs.
To
And
be fair,
Fishman
though-
Island. I'm tripping.
You said that one first.
Did I say it first? Okay, cool. So
pre-time skip. Okay, so the first arc didn't have like a final concluding moment that was like, wow. So first arc, second arc was
What? Oh, Romance Donnie talking about.
yeah, starting off
Okay.
right in the beginning. And then second arc would be what was it? Was it
Zoro and Mihawk, and then how they got
Yeah,
rid
so
of.
that one gets a plus. Yes, thumbs up for Zoro Mihawk. The one after that, Drum Island. No, he didn't have one.
Wapple's asking.
Yeah.
I think Alabasas is good.
Alabasta.
What
But
was the
he's going to when Luffy
Punches Crocodile up in
he sends that nigga to the 5th floor, nigga.
the whole city just starts rumbling.
that
then
was
it starts
that's like
raining.
on par with Doflamingo's one, I would say. Generally, though Buggy not so much.
No.
Um,
he axe kicks him. The
yeah,
whole
that one
fucking
got
thing.
it.
And no, he punches him through the bell.
Yeah, that one
When it
got it.
rains, that one got it.
That one got it. Did we talk about the? Oh, I guess we haven't even finished the arcs here. We should probably just keep going. Actually,
We need to blaze through it before 1. I'd like to be done with this before 1 a.m.
I ultimately I think I agree with what you were saying. What Kai said.
And I'll give Santa the benefit of the doubt. We got probably 3 or 4 more arcs left of post time skip content to change our minds. But as of right now, like Kai's is going off the ending. I think in general, pre-time skip is better than post time skip.
I
By
agree,
far.
but I'm only 2 arcs in, so
Yeah, but that final battle going to go crazy.
I think Egghead and Elbaf are in the right direction, though, for sure.
Yeah, tell Oda to get his own ideas, copying Black Clover, man.
yo,
Let's run through the rest. Bar I don't even know how to say this
Baratier.
properly.
Baratier.
Baratier. It's a B.
Solid B.
B, all across the board, everybody agree?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I give Arlong an A.
hey,
I give
yeah,
Arlong-
yeah.
I
That's
give
the best
Arlong
one.
an S.
Free Grand Line.
I've got it as an S.
Oh, we
I
got
got it. I got it an S.
Riddell.
I'm
What
not
you got
mad
it
at
as?
I'm not mad at that.
Oh, I didn't say yes. I think that was Kai. I have it as an A, and I will say the moment with Nami is a top 3 moment in One Piece.
With the hat.
Yeah.
Lonnie, you got any feelings about Arlong? S-A?
I put it in S.
Oh, boy, we putting that bitch at S.
I'm not mad.
Low
need-
Town.
I agree.
Here we go with this fraud.
Yeah, I'm not really moved by Dragon. Not gonna cap.
Not
C.
much
I'm gonna give it a
like
B.
that.
But
I'm gonna give it a B.
I'll give it a C. I think it was an important stop
Okay.
learning where Roger's from. But
I'm
outside of
okay,
that,
I'm
what
okay.
happened?
Bro, what you mean the big lightning thing where Luffy with Buggy? That was cool. He said, "I'm alive."
it was dope as hell, man.
And me personally, I like Luffy getting dog walked by a Smoker. He was getting his ass beat. He was getting his ass beat.
So B
I'm
or
with
C?
Kent. I like B.
B?
I got it at a C.
And I like the
I
little
got-
bar
I got-
moment when he went down with the old man. That was
Kai?
pretty cool.
I got C.
Oh,
And didn't
C.
we have fake?
That's when we
fake,
found
what's her
out that it
name?
was Gold D Roger, right?
Yeah, that's where he was from. That's his
Yeah.
hometown. Yeah.
But I'm saying with the bar, that's when we found out it was Gold D Roger, not Gold
Yeah.
Roger.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a B. I fuck with that.
Didn't we also get fake what's her name show up here too?
Oh, Zoro's what you call it?
Yeah.
Oh, Tashigi.
Tashigi.
Yeah, we got Tashigi here too. You know?
Yeah.
And we got the introduction of the sword lore. here as well.
Tashigi
Yeah,
is
we
giving
good.
us.
We
Tashigi's
good.
giving
I'm not
our.
moving. No, we good.
But she introduced.
We good off her.
Yeah, like that's what.
We good. We good.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna try.
That's why I was about to. Please don't count.
Tashigi.
Reverse mountain.
Oh, that's what's his name?
With
Laboon.
D.
Yeah.
I didn't.
W
I don't.
Laboon,
I
man.
did not care about this song.
How you feeling, Santo?
W Laboon,
D.
man.
D.
W Laboon, man.
We all
That's-
feeling D for the whale.
I fuck with
That's
Laboon.
wild. That's wildly crazy. I'm giving it an A just because of LeBloom. Real
That's
talk.
what I'm saying.
Salute to
Real
Laboon,
talk.
Surely.
Fuck that.
Y'all gotta start. Y'all gotta start putting a lot. Y'all gotta start putting more respect on this, bro.
Because they saying
I
D and
don't
shit.
care
I'm gonna
about
put
that
him at C.
goddamn wheel.
Why you hating on Laboon?
I don't care.
What is
Move
VP?
on, bro.
That's what's that one again?
Move
That's
on.
This is introduction to Baroque Works. The ship right before Alabasta.
Oh, that's when Vivi and them is there. Zoro Aura farming.
Niggas. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
niggas.
Oh.
This was cool.
Well, we
B.
got off that.
I'm gonna go A.
Oh, I'm good off that.
I'm gonna
B A
go
B A B.
I'm hating C.
It,
Yeah, I like B. Yeah.
I'm gonna go A.
The booger dude was kind of funny.
His fruit. In
That's-
theory,
that's-
In theory, yeah, in theory. Hey,
not bad.
hey, hey.
In theory, though,
In theory,
you just pick your little. Your
Little
feelings.
garden? we good. Nah, I'm playing.
Little
I'ma be
Garden.
honest,
Is that when
bro.
the two giants were just fighting the whole time?
This shit was asked off.
Hey man, it sets up for Usopp. Hey,
This shit.
I need
We good?
Usopp to get a hammer stat.
I'm gonna go
That's
D.
cool.
D is. I think D is fair.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
gonna go D.
No, to be fair, they introduced the Giants, which I guess.
Hey,
That shit was.
That's an elite live. Yeah, that live gives it a D.
Shit was
Yeah.
ass.
Hey, hopefully they go crazy in the live action because this arc was mid. Yo, that shit was mid.
They had Mr. 3 in this bitch though, and Zoro posing. Yeah, he cut his legs off. That's a D.
What does Stephen A. Smith say? We don't care.
We don't care.
Hey, Skypea.
Hey,
I'm
going S.
You feel me?
You
I'm going
know,
S.
bro, the Lord
I mean,
saved the
Lord,
hell out of this arc.
The
I swear to God.
foreshadowing.
Mm,
The
that
Lord
old
saved
man
it.
S.
driving
I
that
like
lightning.
shit. S.
You know,
I'm
I'll
going
go.
S.
like shit.
You know,
You
I'm gonna
feel
say,
me?
I'm gonna say this.
I like shit.
I
S.
would legit put this at an S plus, but I
Oh.
can't stand the villain.
What?
Oh,
A.
What?
you
damn!
really-
S.
Two kids difference color the
He is so ass.
What?
They
And
Wait.
I'm gonna give this arc a little bit more of a caveat. While everybody loves to glaze the whole, and I'm one that does it too because I'm a big fan of this. The whole Zoro, nothing happened. Technically, Sanji did it
Sanji,
first
yeah.
in this arc.
Yeah.
Like real
Yeah,
talk.
all I did was
I
I
just
just
like-
needed a
yeah,
light.
that was cool. Hell yeah.
I'm giving it an S.
Hell yeah.
All right.
It's an A.
So
I give
for
it an A.
me,
That sucks. Is
Why
crazy.
don't you like Eno? That
for me, I actually like NL.
He's so
Facts.
trash. He's
But
so
I'm be
trash.
honest.
What makes him trash? What makes an L trash?
He just is, bro.
the guy Eneru. What
He
mean
ran
just
up.
is?
He ran into the one person who had a devil fruit power that was
Nah,
literally immune to his.
He
Exactly.
almost died. He almost died to wipe away and do
Yeah,
this,
he's-
man. He just-
Like he is not trash at all. Like
He's so bad.
I think he was really to, and I understand I know we understand there has to be a story and all this stuff. I think that his power, to me, him and Marco are two of the devil fruit users whose powers are vastly underused and underutilized in the series, in my opinion.
Niggas will get fucked in the new world.
Eno what?
I can agree to that.
Marco be getting gang banged, and when Eno come back, the same thing gonna happen to him. Them niggas is
But that's
ass.
what I'm saying. I think their powers are underutilized. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think their powers for what their powers represent, they should
But that shouldn't-
be
that
more
shouldn't bring
powerful.
Arc down.
I think Eno maximized his power, if anything.
That shouldn't.
I know
that shouldn't
before
minimize
Hawkins was
the
like an
arc.
established thing, Eno's devil fruit would be considered OP if like hockey wasn't a thing. And like if you bring him with hockey, I think yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
I hear you, and we
I
saw the
don't think that
arc.
should
We
bring the
we
arc down,
saw
though.
we saw Eno one-shotting people from across the map.
Well, me, you fuck around and you get blown up by that big ass lightning bolt.
and he couldn't kill an old man.
Look, a lot of people did live that arc that I think should have died too, but still.
In hindsight, Anel losing, considering he knew he had hockey and he was a Logia, is insane. I'm just saying. When you bring that in hindsight, it's insane the fact that he lost when he could use.
And over though.
But that's why I said in hindsight, realizing that he had hockey and he was a Logia and lost.
Mantra's hockey, but like
yeah. So my thing is, when I first
basic iteration of
What Shanks did, what Shanks did was hockey the first time we saw it. We just
No,
moved it.
I'm saying, isn't that the most basic iteration of observation hockey that they
Well,
have?
Mantra, no, the scale that he was using that on was insane. He could see.
That's true. Yeah,
could
he
see every
can
person
track
on the
everything.
island.
Yeah,
Everything on the island. That's insane.
yeah.
Oh yeah, like we there's not many feats like that. What he did, to be honest. So when it comes to this arc,
That brother was counting down bodies. He said 3 more left.
facts, he would,
2 more left.
and that was a good presence. But when I was first watching this arc and I was watching the anime, I'll be honest, this arc never really moved me. Now, in hindsight, after kind of down the line, I'm like, oh shit, there's so much lore that came from this arc. But watching it in real time, there's so much stuff. I was like, meh.
Like Anel's whole squad was ass. They were all ass.
All of that was ass. The
big white bubble dudes was dog shit. The
Let
dog
me build
was
a
ass.
boat.
Yo,
Let
when
me
Zoro
build a
said
boat.
sit and he sat,
like the
Dumbass
entire
dog.
situation with
Dumbass
that mad
Enel,
dog.
all that shit was so mid. And I'm gonna be honest, the way
It's
Enel lost was trash, bro. Like Luffy getting the fucking gold things.
Got launched.
Nah, bro. That shit was ass. I did not like that. So
What you mean?
I overall did not really like the arc that much, but the lore does a lot.
I was locked into this.
I
arc. This was my
actually,
favorite one.
I'm opposite. I love this arc. I hate
I love
this
this shit.
feeling.
Yeah, no,
I'd put it at an A.
I differ. B.
Across the room, anybody else? AB.
I said
Maybe
A
yours?
originally. Then I said S.
I'm at A.
I'm at an A.
A lot of A's. We got it. A. And then I'm not letting y'all decide. I'm deciding this one on my own because I don't care what y'all think.
What?
First plus.
What is that?
There we go. It's Egghead.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
not. We good.
Valid. I'm not upset.
I'm joking. Y'all can vote. What the fuck?
It's
I
it's
can't
the
rate this
best. I mean, I haven't finished it. I'm still going. But it's the best start to an arc in One Piece.
Kai, hate for me. What's wrong with Egghead, man?
Not gonna lie to you, I think good amount of characters, like not too many characters introduced. We focus on old characters like Kuma and Bonnie. I can't really hate on this arc. I mean, the girls are trash, but besides that,
What you gotta rate it?
yes.
We'll put it at S.
W.
That's it.
We'll be there one day.
All right. Well, here we have the official BSS ranking of the One Piece arc. If you guys agree, hit the comment, hit the like button. If you guys disagree, still hit the comment and the like button. Tell us what you guys think. Yeah, that was a great episode, guys. Is there anything in closing that you guys want to talk about?
Halliburton.
Yeah, Halliburton definitely sacrificed his third great grandchild, and I'm happy for it. Fuck OKC. I hope Shane and them niggas go home. They beat us. I want them to win it all. Go Pacers. I'm a fan. I'll be rooting for y'all.
The newest chapter just dropped. One Piece.
Oh. Let's do it, Riddell. Let's get in the lab. Come on. I got a headache. Let's get it over with. Come on.
Fire Force season 3 is really, really dope. I will say that. Like, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing out of Fire Force.
Okay.
Miles, what's the issue with Fire Force, bro?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's definitely going on the soundboard.
I like Fire Force.
Yeah, Fire Force is dope, bro.
Ooh, brother.
Cool.
Ooh.
Kyle, you got anything to say? Any more heat you wanna get off? Or are you good?
We're not doing a Bleach tier list, are we?
Sad, bro.
Let's do it. Nah, actually, I don't like Bleach, so we don't have to do that.
Bro, that's
bad. That's good. That's good.
I don't like Bleach, bro.
For the next Open Dojo, we need to do a 90s, early 2000s anime tier list.
So Kent, I'm glad you actually said that. I'm gonna open it up to the panel. Not the panel. I'm gonna open it up to the Discord. I want to do some non-big three stuff. The problem with operating outside of the big three is it's kind of hard to gauge what everybody has all seen or watched or read or whatever the case may be.
That's
So
because these niggas don't know ball. No, I'll talk. Go ahead.
so by posing it to a vote, you can hopefully get an idea of how far outside of the box that we can go as far as like getting out of big three content. I feel like JJK is a pretty safe one. I think Demon Slayer is a safe one as well. But outside of that, I'm not really sure what direction to go. Because it also comes like what have the panelists read as well. I'm never going to read Chainsaw Man again, so like I wouldn't be able to speak about that because I've only seen half of the series. So yeah, we'll leave it up to a vote. We'll make a poll, and we can basically see which direction we can kind of go to do outside of the big three stuff.
Yeah, so we'll definitely let you guys know in the Discord, and if you haven't, you can always hit our link tree, see all of our social media where we're at, and get more information of what we actually have going on coming up. Next week on Tuesday, we have our main pod. So stay tuned. We got some great things in store. Lonnie, Riddell, you guys have anything you guys want to say before we log off?
Next week on Anime and Chill, we're doing Dawn to Dawn. And some games that Char's coming up with. Some stuff like that. And yeah, and then eventually me and Santo, I think we're gonna do a movie special that we talked about. Just gotta find the time for it.
That's dope. That's dope.
Riddell, anything you want to get off?
Nah, not really.
All right.
Riddell, if y'all haven't noticed, Riddell has kind of been in a daze ever since that whole Halliburton shot. Like, I credit him for still paying attention to the pod, but Riddell is trying to figure out like why is Halliburton able to do what he does.
Like, why can't
you deepen it a little bit?
Drop chapter in the Discord so I can see it.
Huh?
Drop the chapter.
I already did. It's already in there.
Well, yeah. This has been episode 10 of Open Dojo. We appreciate you guys. Shout out to Tyrese Halliburton. If he does win over SGA, the conversations are going to get disgusting. Yeah, another successful show. Thank you, gentlemen, our esteemed panel, and the lovely guests that we had come up. For everybody that's listening, much love and stay blessed.
Salute, fellas.